Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the DraftNerds Podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I'm joined by my guy, DraftNerds representative Jordan. My last name won't fit. We got my boy Truz. Hey, Big Truz, my boy Nas. And then we got Coach War ready. You know, he's too famous to show his face. He's like the neighbor on Smart. What was that? What show was that? Was that Home Improvement. You know, he never actually showed his face. Only you just heard his voice, right? So that's Coach for you. This is a football show, so let's kick it off with the sights and sounds of Bill Belichick, my favorite coach. Doing what he does best.
Yeah, 1-on-1. Mondo, we got to get the gloves on these guys. Just holding on every play, usually twice. Hey, good route. That's the right idea. It's close. Good job on the split safeties. Yeah. We hit him in no huddle. We hit him here. At least we're throwing the ball to the right place. Second down. We're live. Tackle in front. Tackle in front. This is live. It's live. Tackle in front. Stay off the quarterback.
Come off the edge and this should run. You don't want me to hit him from the side, dude.
No, just we know you got him. Get on the sideline. Tag off. Stay up the quarterback. Tag off on the runners. This is not live. But we're competing here. You got a lot of pressure anyway. Just clear him. That'll clear him. All right, here we go. First down. Hold on. Freddie, 4 seconds.
4 seconds. One play.
We'll put it on the 9. Good call, Bobby. You're getting those. You're getting a lot of those. Like, damn near every call you make's a good call. I'm telling you. Yeah. Seam. Then we hit.
Opposite of rotation, yep.
Then we hit a in cut, and then we hit a. That's how you move the ball down the field. You got to hit some of those plays. And look, we were still 30 seconds left on the clock. All right. Nice job. What was the next play we hit? An in cut. Then was the last play we hit? Go get sir. That's how you move the ball. You got to hit some of those plays. It's a lot quieter over there on defense when we make a few plays. That's how we shut them up, right? We shut them up by making some positive plays. That's it.
Love it. Hey, one of my favorite coaches, doing what he does best. The sights and sound of Bill Belichick. He's 7-time or 8-time champion. I mean, I think he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants as a D coordinator, and then he won 6, I believe, with the New England Patriots. So, what is that? How do you feel seeing Bill Belichick back on the field coaching? Even though it's college, it is weird to see him in the collegiate game, but just seeing Coach back out there teaching, doing what he does best. How does that make you guys feel?
I mean, I got 3 takes on it. The first is this man, Bill Belichick, already talking to the refs like this. He's geared up. This is
he already locked in with Bill
Belichick. Number 2 is like, imagine being a junior in college and like you're just spent your sophomore season, and then all of a sudden you like show up one day and Bill Belichick's like your boss. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, especially
my eyes will get real wide.
Yeah, like you ain't ever expect that. Third, it's really cool to see him with like the mitts on corners. Like he's already getting mad at the college game. You're seeing classic Bill Belichick of just being a crash out all the time, and that's always good to see. It looks like his love for the game's a lot more reinvigorated than it was with the Patriots in those last few years.
Like every day for me, it would be like I'd be super excited to get to practice.
Yeah,
just so I can like be coached by Belichick.
Yeah, just to see him rejuvenated, it brings a tear to my eye, especially as a coach. So it's good to see him get back out there and kind of get away from the NFL politics.
100%. It's just nice to see him. Like in general, like football needs Bill Belichick. It really does. You can be a hater all you want. It feels weird not seeing him. What you think, Trez?
Absolutely, man. I totally agree. Can't have football without him. He's an iconic man. Icon.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, I'm back.
You good? You good?
So yeah, I mean, I love Bill Belichick, man. He's one of my favorite coaches. I just love to see coaches that actually teach and that actually like give instruction. Like it's one thing to tell someone what to do, it's another thing to show them what you want them to do and to be able to explain it in a way that they can understand. And here's the thing. As a coach, you always want to be teaching the why, right? As a player, you always want to know why. Why are we doing this, right? Yes, I trust you as my coach. I'm going to do what you're telling me, but I want to know why, right? And I love a coach that explains why. Here's why. If we do this, then this is what happens to the defense, right? If when the defense is doing this, this is why we have to do this, right? And when we make plays, now look, the defense, their energy is gone. They're not as excited because we're making plays, right? And if you can get a coach that always explains the why behind everything, you'll get complete buy-in, right? You get complete buy-in because kids want to know, grown-ups want to know. It doesn't matter. Players want to know why. They want to know why. They want to know if you can make them better, and they want to know why when you teach them something and tell them to do something. And it's not that it's disrespectful. It's that they're trying to understand the game, right? From just a macro level, right? Of like football is just a sport, but it literally is 90% mental. It's all about strategy. You know, football is chess in motion, right? What you do is going to be responded to by another move, and then you're gonna have to make another move, and then they're gonna make a move, and then you're gonna have to make a move, and so forth. And then whoever makes the best moves throughout 60 minutes, that's who typically wins the game.
100. And that makes your mistakes way more fatal at that too.
You said what?
And that's what makes your mistakes that much more fatal too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So all right, y'all. Today we got some AFC North mock draft coming your way. 7 rounds. Each of us representing a different team from the North. And it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be interesting to see our take on what we think the teams in the North should do. We also got some all 22. We watch some films, some highlights. Watch some players that is exciting, intriguing to me. Some players that are Jordan's guys. Coach Ward always has his guys, so it'll be fun to dive into some of these guys today with you, and to be able to see what this draft has to come, man. Like this, to me, this is a starters draft. So you get a lot of starters in this draft. Not as many superstars, but a lot of starters, and a lot of teams need starters. And this draft, I think, is going to be the foundation of a lot of good teams for years to come. Really good at all the positions that you need to be good at. It's really good on the D line, really good on the O line. I think it's pretty good at wide receiver. It's not as it's good. It's not as rich at the top, but it is really good throughout. Running back is like gold. Like it's perfect. It's probably the best running back class I've seen from start to finish, like in a long time. Then we have tight end, which is really good. Defensive back is really good. Safeties are incredible in this draft. Corners are really good. Corners, I mean, yesterday we did 3 rounds, and I'm looking in the 3rd round. There's still like legit corners still on the board. There's still like really good safeties still on the board. And this linebacker class is sneaky good. It's a really good sneaky class of linebackers, all-ball linebackers. So it's a good class all around. Quarterbacks aren't so great to me. I think there's a couple guys at the top. There's a few guys sprinkled in, but it's not a great QB class. But I will start with you, Coach. Who are some of your favorite guys in this draft?
Oh man. I mean, obviously, I like the kid from South Carolina, Nick Emery. the main guys, you can pick your poison of who you like. But I'm more of a sleeper type of guy. So the Za Frazier's from UTSA, the Jackson Wooders from UNLV, those type of guys, the Tyler Beatty's from BYU, those type of guys are the guys that interest me more versus the top 10 perennial type of guys, because everybody's gonna fall in love with those guys. But I'm looking for the guys that look a little bit closer to a depth piece, and they can actually turn into that starter one day.
All right, Jordan, what about you? Who's some guys that you love in this draft?
I mean, the beginning's definitely just the top 4 safeties. All 4 of the top safeties are crazy, and they're all crazy in their own ways. I think that's where it starts for me. Malachi Starks is probably my favorite prospect outside of Genty. I'm a big Amarion Hampton guy. I know Matt is as well. For mid-round guys, I'm a really big Baron Sorrell and Elijah Roberts guy. I really like Devin Neal and Ollie Gordon. There's a few guys at pretty much every position. It's kind of like Matt was saying, it's a big starters draft. So, like, you kind of got to get more hyped if you're like a draft nerd like us, where it's like you're watching the mid rounds and you're more excited by that almost than the first round, which it's an exciting class to do that with.
What about you, Trust? Who you like in this draft?
So I love Will Johnson. I love Derek Harmon. I love Kenneth Grant. I love Mason Graham. Malachi Starks is my favorite DB in this draft. I like Nickaman Warway. Who else? I love Jalen Royals. What's his name? Kyle Williams. I love him. Holland Pierce. I said it earlier. Holland Pierce. I love. He's a mammoth of a man. I think if he loses a little bit of the weight, I think he'd be a dominant tackle. So the running backs, this is a huge running back class. Like you said, Amarion Hampton, Ashton Genty, my guy Kyle from Rutgers. I think he's going to be pretty good wherever he lands. The tight ends too, y'all. This is a tight end class you can't really sleep on either. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, look, y'all know, I love there's so many guys for me. Love David Walker, the small school product from was it Central Arkansas?
Yeah,
love that kid, man. Just so much, like he just got so much to his game. We're going to check him out in a minute. I've come to this conclusion that Andrew Makuba is my favorite safety in this draft. Like, I was a big Malachi Starks guy, and I still am. I love Malachi Starks. But the more I watch Andrew Makuba, the more I realize that he has everything. Like, he does everything. He's like if you took Emmanuel Warray and Starks and their skill sets and you put them together, because he has it all. He can tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's explosive when he sees it, he attacks it. His ball skills are the best I've seen from a safety position in a long time. His range is unbelievable. I've seen him several times on film start on one side of the field and end up on the other side of the field making a play on the ball. He trusts his eyes, he trusts his athleticism. He's a lot like Nate Wiggins, and where he has a little bit of athletic arrogance, where he knows what he's capable of physically. So he takes chances, but those chances are calculated. Just love the kid. Obviously, I love my guy from Indiana, the D tackle. His name is leaving me at the moment.
CJ West.
Yes, CJ West. Yes, CJ West. Love CJ West. That was my guy. I've been listening. Indiana defense and their team in general got better last year, and it was a large part because of that defense. And CJ West was a big part of that. Simeon Barrow Jr. from Miami is another guy. There's some off-ball linebackers. Barrett Carter from Clemson is it. You have the Swessinger kid from UCLA. there's so many players to love in this draft. Not to the guys that we have, the receivers, right? Not to mention the receivers. So just love this class.
I forgot Peebles too. Peebles in my list as well. Peebles champion.
Yeah, that's your boy, Peebles. I was surprised you didn't mention Peebles. That was actually surprised. I'm like,
I just forgot to say the name. Honestly, there's too many guys I like.
It is, man. It is.
Every
All
time
right, so
draft.
With that being said, let's go ahead and get into my guy, David Walker, small school guy, edge rusher. For those who say, hey, man, we might need a pass rusher, second round, David Walker is a guy that he's got a lot in this game, man. So let's enjoy watching this here. Then we'll dive deeper into the all-22 and get your thoughts. What do you like about his game, Coach?
I like his ability to not settle for wanting to be out of the play. So he's relentless. There are times he could just be like, all right, I'm good. I disrupted the play and I don't have to finish. And he takes that, to heart. Like, hey, look, like right here, he could have gave up on that first move and been like, look, I'm done. All right, quarterback just got out. But no, he kind of settled down and went in and made the play and just don't give up on it. And I love that, not having to teach extra effort because again, if you sit and say, okay, look, I'm getting in the backfield, that's one thing to be a disruptor, but to make the play is a whole nother monster, especially at the NFL level, because now we're talking, hey, that disruption is one thing, but you got some guys that can play our platform at the quarterback position and make you look like a fool. So with him having that ability naturally already to saying, hey, look, I want to end plays, I absolutely love that about this kid's game.
Yeah. What about you, Jordan? What do you like about David Walker here?
I think it's just like kind of as Coach said, the aggression. Like you see a lot. It's almost sometimes too much, but it's like a perfect problem to have where you just see him crash the edge so hard that the offensive lineman's like 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And you're like, bro, you got to contain at some point, but you're cooking so hard, I can't even blame you. But the hand movement is really nice too. And something like I always think about with him is like he always puts his hands up and his arms up like when passes, like right there. Literally right there is a perfect example of it. He puts his hands up right when the ball is passed, like naturally. And that's normally something that's so hard for an edge rusher to naturally figure out. And he just has it in spades.
Yeah, I love David Walker, man. He's a little bowling ball, right? Like he's not as lengthy as some of the edge rushers that we're used to seeing in the NFL, right? Got taller. Most of the edge rushers now are coming to 6'4", 6'3", some of them 6'6", long arms, able to lock out. He's a little bit more compact, but he's super physical, and has a good motor, which I really like. He chases the ball. I watched one of his games, and on one drive, he completely wrecked the drive by himself. Like it was 3 plays in a row where he caused a negative play. And like when I'm evaluating small school kids, the first thing I want to see is, do you dominate that level of competition? Because if you can't dominate the small level, then I don't know if I can expect you to dominate at the higher level. And he absolutely did dominate at the small level.
One thing that I always love to say about David Walker, an old coach told me this a long time ago. He's like, an edge is good if you're in the red zone and you're blitzing and the edge is already the quarterback before the blitz happens. And he does that so often. Like the red zone, he's crazy. He's like never out of the way, I feel like. It's always when it matters, which is something we don't have a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
he strikes when the clock hits midnight.
Yeah, so let's watch this one right here. I think it was North Dakota State. Now, North Dakota State is a powerhouse in that conference. They're They're the Alabama of the division. 1AA.
Yeah, it was them and Washington facing out for multiple years.
Oh my gosh, man! They are Alabama, like at that level, right? And
they got promoted to Pac-12 though now, right?
Are they?
I think they're in the Pac.
Pac-12 still exists?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We had a Gonzaga. Come on now. A non-football school. Let's go.
See, it's plays like this that most people would just like, oh, that wasn't nothing, right? He wasn't involved, right?
Yeah.
But he was, though. He was, though. When I'm watching film with kids that I coach or if I'm scouting, I want to see, does he give up on a play? Watch this. He's number 8. Let me start over. All right, he's right here, number 8. Now the ball is going away from him, right? He's not in the play, but watch how he continues to pursue the ball. All right, like he doesn't stop chasing until the guy is out of bounds. Like that's what you want to see. You know, too many times you see players just quitting on a play because they feel like it's away from them, so they don't even pursue.
Yeah, that's one of those things that coaching too, because he took the angle. I was like, hey, look, I don't even care about him juking or nothing. I just want him to turn it back to my teammates.
Right.
So for Ravens fans out there, Mel Kiper projected the Ravens would take David Walker here in the second round. In the chat, whether you're on playback or whether you're on YouTube or Twitter, how would you feel if the Ravens took David Walker in the second round? Give us your thoughts. And while you're giving me your thoughts, I'm going to go to Coach here and get his thoughts on how would he like the fit of Baltimore and David Walker.
I would absolutely love it. Here's why. We know we're not going to stick him out there and just say, hey, look, all right, man, play 80,000 snaps every game. We know that. Right. So what that's going to do for him is even have him be more refreshed longer in the game and whatnot. And then with our interior defensive line that we already have, I think this would be a match. This would be a gem for the Ravens. Now, I need fans to not come in and say, hey, look, we want an Elvis Dumerville type of 20-plus sacks. Because that's what's going to probably happen. And once they get guys tape and all that good stuff, or even if he's taken in the second round, people are going to put that label on him and say, look, man, just come in and do what you naturally do well, and we'll live with the results. Because if we're already finishing in top 5 in sacks or pressures every year, this kid is just an addition to that, especially with what we want to do up front in the front seven.
Yeah, great take. I think, well, one, I can't believe you're saying that Ravens fans would be irrational and have unrealistic expectations.
Not up. No way.
What? No way. Ravens fans are completely rational. And
I thought it was getting Abdul Carter.
Matt, it'll be week 6. They'll be like, this dude don't have 15 sacks already. He sucks.
You don't know. You don't know. I thought we were gonna get Abdul Carter at 27. You don't know what I've been through.
So yeah, I mean, hey, look, we already know he looks good in purple and black. So, you know, he may have to pick a different jersey number. Number 8 is kind of taken.
Yeah, kind of tied up. But hey, look, Matt, just like we talked about the last time, he don't have to change his cleats though. He can just bring them with him.
You said what to the end?
Yeah, he don't have to change his cleats color, the color of his cleats. He can just come.
Yeah. Just bring your favorite cleats with you. I'm sure they already match.
You don't have to break them in, nothing.
He can wear his purple pants in practice.
Real.
Would you? In the Ravens defense, though, he would probably have to stand up. I noticed he's got his hand in the dirt a lot.
Yeah,
that won't work in the NFL. He's too short. And he would just get engulfed by bigger tackles. But if you stand him up like he is right now on the edge, look at the heavy hands. And I believe that's against Gray Zabel. So that is another NFL first round prospect actually that I think that he's lined up against. And boom, heavy hands, lockout. Now find the football. He stayed blocked a little bit on that one. A little bit of holding by Mr. Zabel there, but
yeah, I was going to say that initial push was a hold, right hand.
Yeah, because he tried to get away from him. You could see him; he was still strapped to him. So I think it'd be a great fit.
That's a good. I'm not over pursuing.
What other team do you think he'd be a great fit for? What other teams do we think he'd be a good fit for besides the Ravens?
Bills. You hate to say it, but Bills. He'd be fun on that Bills team. I could see a Cleveland liking him, but it would be a weird draft pick spot. They'd have to like trade up.
Yeah.
I can't see him being like maybe right at the top of 3.
Did Zadarius Smith come back to the Lions yet?
I don't think so. I think he's still out there.
Yeah, because I think he'll be a good motor for the Hutchinson get his legs back underneath him, and he'll fit well with what they got.
I'd like the Commanders a lot too for David Walker. Their edge just like it looks okay on paper, but in reality, like you look at how their run score is, like they just let people beat them up in the run, man.
Yeah. The Bengals could use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what's going on with Trey Hendrickson.
Real. I wonder if he's going to get his trade.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals would be a good fit. I agree. I think Bengals would be a good fit for him.
Bro, I'm watching the Packers versus the Washington Huskies.
Yeah, I think Green Bay Green Bay. Well, you put that in my head. I think Cincinnati be a good fit. They got a new D coordinator, I believe. I think they fired Lou Anarumo after last season. So be interesting to see what the new D coordinator brings to that defense. I mean, let's be honest. The Bengals need talent on defense. Like it doesn't matter where it comes from. They need talent and an abundance of it. So I think he'd be a good fit for any of the teams in the North. But he does make a lot of sense for the Ravens. He'd be good to go in that rotation. He is a different body type than what we have, than the Owe, than a Van Noy, a Tavius Robinson. He's completely different body type. But have another guy they can pursue is good. Now, if you look at that play right there, he completely whiffed on the tackle.
Yeah, sometimes he overdoes it. That's just one thing. He overdoes it a little bit too much.
He is right here down here on the bottom of the edge. Those the tackle. Now make a tackle. Right? You got to get him on the ground.
That does a little too much over pursuing sometimes, but that's not a bad habit you can break.
Yeah. You
can break those.
Yeah. Gotta bring your what we say to that, coach? Bring your pads.
Yeah, you gotta bring. Hey, look, man, you know it. If you don't, you're gonna get ran over by a quarterback because there are gonna be some quarterbacks in the league too. They're gonna know you over pursuing like that, and they're gonna run through you.
Don't arrive to the party without your pads. Bring your pads with you. If that's Jaden Daniels, he's hitting his head on the goalpost. That's Lamar Jackson, it's a touchdown. That's Josh Allen, this is happening right here.
So that's Josh Allen getting trucked just for no reason.
Right.
Now this right here looks like he gets blocked and stays blocked right here. Gets washed. Yeah, he just doesn't get off the block.
And he if you see it, he waited on him too. Look,
yeah,
if you go back to it, Matt. All right, so
when we slow it down.
Yeah. Watch the puller. Watch the puller coming across. Go ahead. All right, so puller comes across. He looks at him. If he goes and blows that up in the backfield, he creates a foul.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now the quarterback has to, hey, I got to jump around that, or he's trying to just lay down. But we watched the puller comes. Like, no, go hit him. Don't let him come hit you.
He scrapes like he's supposed to. Scrape. Now go find it. Like what you just like go make the play.
Yeah, and the linebacker hadn't even made a decision yet either. So you essentially make the linebacker right too.
Yep.
The Bison keep fighting. Man doesn't even have a name on the back of his jersey.
It's another play where he's trying to read.
He kind of gets off slow too on that. He's the slowest to get off.
Yeah, it looks like he got fooled by the quarterback. It looks like he was probably on puller duty, and the quarterback kind of just stood there and didn't do anything. That kind of froze him for a little bit.
Man, he got held right there. That was crazy.
Hey, straight up.
You seen that? I was
Yeah, that was like, can I have this dance?
Man, the dude was turned around. He still had his arm around him.
Wow.
Yeah, so what's your grade on him?
What do you mean? Like what round?
Yeah, what round? Yeah. You be okay with the second round pick on him?
Yeah. I would be okay with that. Again, but I know what people are gonna think though. It's because they're gonna see this kid tape and they're gonna say, "Hey, look, all right, we need 15 sacks in the first season. If we don't get 15 sacks out of you, it's a failure." Because if you look at this right, like you got to unleash him too. Because if you don't call the defensive scheme for him to go and do what he needs to do, then of course he's just going to be a developmental piece for you. So you got to kind of let him know, like, again, hey, do I have him put his hand in the dirt? Do I walk him up? What do I do? Do I put him next to a beefy guy that could eat two people up? There's a lot of different things that you got to make sure you're taking into consideration when you put this kid out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think he's like the classic, if the Ravens drafted him, they would look at whoever the top player available on Mel Kiper's board is and then become enraged that we didn't take him. But I think I would be like solid with him in the second round. It's just about like development. Like Coach said, like people are going to expect him to get 10 sacks right away. It's not going to happen. Like, it's going to take a minute. Like that's kind of the thing with the edge group you have now. Like nobody's a world beater, but they all do different things. So this guy adds to the different things you can do.
Also, having Chuck Smith there is a game changer for us drafting pass rushers because I think he can help those guys develop. So you feel more confident taking a small school guy like this because you know you got the right coach. He loves that Bears thing.
And the other thing about him too, Matt, that they got to look at too is if you want him to kind of stand there and wait for batted balls, he's 6'2".
Yeah.
So we got to take that into consideration too. Because like if he's gonna go, he's got to go, and we got to have somebody else on that type of duty, whether he's trying to bat the ball down or whatever it may be. Because we know he leaves his feet at 6'2". He's not coming back down on earth pleasant. So he's pretty much out of the play at that point.
Agreed.
See, it sucks too, man, because like his instincts naturally, like he's so good at getting his arms up, but it's college with just a different game. Like you're not used to every quarterback being 6'6" that's gonna throw on you. But I think he's great at using his arms when he's in space. Like I haven't seen a 6'2" guy who's really that good in a while. I mean, you don't see a lot of 6'2" edges, I guess, but we're starting to get more. League starting.
I like him. Stamp it. Draft Nerds official, 2nd round grade. David Walker, Central Arkansas.
Fair enough.
Someone's going to get a good football player. He can do a little bit of everything. I'll be interested to see how he translates to the next level. He did have a good showing at the Senior Bowl, where the talent is elite, and so he showed himself pretty well down there. I like it. I like the kid. I wouldn't be mad if he was a Raven. And if you're a fan of any other team out there, you shouldn't be mad if he's on your team either. He's a good player.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, this next guy I want to focus on, and this is this coach's guy, man. He's been loving this guy since like day one, man. It's like he loves this guy. But I want to look at some good and some bad of this guy. This is a guy that everybody fell in love with, Nick Manwari. And it's a lot to fall in love with, as you can see. A man at that size, running 4.4, just athletic, oozing out of his pores. Athleticism oozing out of his pores. But there's some stuff on that all-22 that should give you a little bit of pause, is all I will say. But we're going to watch it together, and then we're going to go and they got him compared to Derwin James. I don't know about that. I think that Derwin is a little bit more instinctual.
Isaiah Simmons treatment.
I think Nick Manwari is more athlete. Derwin is more instinctual. 4.38 is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So tall.
The question though is, does he play 4.38? You can run 4.38 in a straight line, but like when you turn the film on, do you see 4.38?
Yes, yeah. For as far as his actions and his activity, yeah. But we gotta also remember too, a lot of it wasn't put on display because look at South Carolina's defensive front. So he didn't really have to go chase people up the field, really. So it's like, hey, okay, look, man, I got a fresh front seven dang near every series, because if you look at it, all the damn edge rushers and D tackles that they have in the draft, all these guys are first round grades or second round grades. Like they're full of them. South Carolina, full of it. So it's like, all right, bro, how much do I really have to show back here? I can kind of cheat up and wait for my guys to get home and let them throw the ball around. I can either make a tackle or get an interception.
See, I think he shows that speed, but I think sometimes his instincts get second guessed in his own head and it slows him down. Like there's moments you can see where he's not thinking, that he's just like going crazy, but he gets in his own head a little bit. But I think that's fair. I mean, like, you're still a raw safety at this point. Like, you're still trying to figure things out. But I think he's got that speed. I think that speed's in him. I don't know about 4.38 though, because 4.38 is like crazy fast. But he definitely
that 4.38 is crazy fast. That's insane. You see this vertical? Again, this kid oozes athleticism. I mean, it's just coming out of him.
Can we just talk about the combine breaking like almost every vertical jump record in its history? Like crazy. Athletes everywhere in this class, man.
Yeah.
You got D linemen with 40-inch verts. What are we doing?
Agreed. These guys are just coming out like bigger, stronger, faster.
More combine training.
Yeah, it's just like they're smarter. Like they just. These guys are coming out with so much, man. Coming out with so much, man. Like these guys are coming out with so much. Like these days, it's incredible, man.
The other thing that's a kind of a cheat code too, though, is I don't understand if he's like 6 feet, probably 6'1.5" or something. The dude is 6'3", so that's the other cheat code we hadn't even talked about yet.
Yeah.
So he can jump as high and he's as tall. So it's just like, dang, bro, that's not fair. You gotta not have one of them.
Yeah, real.
Now, for the people comparing with Sean Taylor, I think that's a bit much.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love the guys, but absolutely not.
Nobody's ever should be compared to Sean Taylor in the history of time. Like Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, don't put that pressure on these kids. It's supposed to be the best day of their lives.
There's moments like this where he does show good instincts, and he just allows his athleticism to carry him. He'll be a really good player once his mental catches up with his athleticism.
Yeah.
Where he knows he knows instinctually where the ball is going to be, and then he can use his athleticism to get there. That's when he'll go from like good to like best safety in the NFL.
See, right there at the end of that play, that's where you see his speed. That's where you see that fast. Like his acceleration gets crazy.
I don't know where that quarterback was throwing that, but that's where you see the speed right there.
Yes, sir. It does show up just when he's not thinking.
He opened up. I don't know who Nussmeier was throwing it to, but it was 3 black shirts over there.
That man said, I ain't taking no touchback. Who do you think I am?
Coach, where do you think he ends up?
Oh, man. I've seen him. Like, I've been doing mock drafts for probably a good month and a half or whatnot. I've seen it, the Rams. I've seen Minnesota. I've seen the Steelers. I've seen us. I've seen the Texans. Man, I obviously, I think he can fit in most systems. But it's just a matter about what you're going to ask him to do as well, because we just talked about at times, his instincts is not there. And what I don't want to have happen is, hey, okay, look, you running with the decoy, not realizing where the ball is going to go. And that's the thing because again, in the NFL, if you have a good decoy, you just run down the field. You just out there doing cardio. So that's the thing that I'm worried about, what kind of scheme he's going to go into. If he goes into the Rams scheme, I would love it for him. I've seen him to the Bills. If he goes to the Rams, I would love it, especially with that front seven, because now it's kind of similar to what South Carolina has already. So it should be a seamless transition when it comes down to the defensive front that can get home. What I don't want to have happen is, hey, okay, he has to run upfield a lot in coverage, and then he has to make a decision to come back down and tackle the ball carriers. I think that's where he can get into trouble a little bit.
I want to see him in Seattle. I just wish that the picks lined up better. Him in Seattle would be
that would be stupid crazy.
It'd be so fun though.
Yeah, to see what Mike McDonald could do with him. Yeah, that'd be insane.
That's been my dream situation. I still think the Eagles are hitting a little gem to throw in there. That's some shit they do.
All right, let's go check out a little bit of his all-22 here versus Alabama.
Do we have to do an intro for how good Alabama is?
This is it's good, to be able to see him against top level competition, because in the NFL you're going to be playing against Alabama every week, so
yeah. This ain't even the best Alabama either. See, I think when you watch him, you could just see him think, which is such a rare thing for a football player.
Yeah. That's why I say he's not as instinctual. Like he's still trying to figure the game out. I don't think he I think his athleticism buys him a lot of time. And allows him to do things that probably at the next level he won't get away with, just because the NFL game is so much more of a mental game.
Yeah. The biggest challenge for him is, can the league slow down for him?
Yeah.
And if he could slow it down, then all bombs away, man. He's going to be crazy.
He's got elite quarterbacks reading them and knowing, looking them off and stuff like that.
Missed that one right there.
Yeah, I don't know what was he doing right there. Let's watch him right here.
Yo, Matt.
What's up, Trust?
I ain't mean to cut you off, but I got a family emergency with my nephew and everything. If y'all still on here, I'll be right back up and everything.
Yes,
I just got to check.
Good luck with you, fam.
Okay.
There he is thinking. There he is thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking again.
But it's then you just see him every once in a while. He'd just be going straight without a thought in his head. It is one of the craziest things you've seen.
That's what I'm saying. When you're not watching highlights and you're watching the whole 22, you get to see some of the bad as well, right? It's not just all a compilation of good moments. You get to see the moments where he's lost. You get to see the moments where he's out of position. You get to see the moments where his pursuit isn't what you would like.
I still have a really high grade on him, but it's all based on the creativity of how someone's going to use him.
Yeah. I mean, his athleticism alone is going to definitely keep him pretty high. I still like Starks and Makuba better. I think there are more instinctual players who are just as physical, but have better ball skills. See that one right there? He gets caught up.
Little thinker.
He gets caught up right here. What's going on? Let's run that back. Let's see. There he is. All right, it's coming right at you. Why are you getting sucked inside? It's almost like he almost tried to get sucked inside. Watch it. He takes his first step and he never steps back out.
It's crazy. Go back to that and watch how he's literally mirroring the edge. Exactly. That's crazy. He steps so far in.
Yeah, and the thing about it, right, is what I don't like. If you see how Zero is doing the job he's supposed to be doing, but he gets in Zero's way. You see Zero?
He actually called Zero not to be able to make the play.
Right. And so what should have happened? What should have happened is he should have stemmed outside and basically ran the alley to turn them back to 0.
Right.
And if he would have did that, he don't even have to make the tackle. But this right here, they don't score on this play.
Yeah.
But because he got in the way of 0, and then he didn't do his job on top of that, that's what allowed this basically walk-in touchdown.
And that's what happens. That's where the awareness shows up, or the lack thereof. Knowing what it's not about just knowing your job. It's knowing the jobs of everybody else. So you know that, all right, I know what 0 is going to do. So I know what I need to do in order to make sure I turn the play back to him. Either I'm going to make the play or he's going to make the play.
And the other screw up is with this. If you go back to it, Matt, this the other screw up. So if you see the motion, the receiver goes away, right? So I should have the outmost gap with the as a cornerback, right? If I'm not going with them, I'm staying on that side. I should have the outside. So this guy at the top right here, instead of coming there, I should just come closer to the line. And as 45 pops out, I go around him to turn 4 back to either 0 or human Ward. And neither one of them did their jobs, and that's why this happened.
Yep.
Because I don't have nobody to guard over there. I'm not guarding green grass on the goal line. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, all he had to do was step forward. That's
Right.
all he had to do. He stepped forward, he's right there. You step forward, you read the play. The play's gonna come right to you.
Man.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, that is. Man said, I'm going to get me a huddle.
Yeah, sometimes like I've seen some plays of him where he gets juked, and it's 1-on-1 and he just gets his cleats juked off of him, and then there's plays where he's 1-on-1 and he just missed a tackle.
It's literally just hesitations. It's like constant hesitations and overthinking. That's like his biggest Achilles heel, but I still think, man, put him in the right spot or he could develop that.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a freak.
Yeah. The reason why I like him, because we're not going to ask him to do all the stuff he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Because we still got the equalizer in Hamilton. So like that should significantly make his job way easier. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, again, if you have the pass rush and then you have the system, it's awesome. But if you start to say, hey, look, I need you to be my all-around safety, do everything, make the checks and all that good stuff, I don't see that.
Yeah.
100%. I'm just waiting for one of those plays, man. The ones where he goes crazy. Because he has them. They're just in spurts. I originally came into the draft thinking like I had a top 10 like player grade on him, and it's soured a little bit. I'm still in the top 20 though, for sure. And I think it's partially due to like other guys rising. Like Jalen Walker's crazy. Freaking half the class crazy. You get into the linemen, you get into the running backs, you're like, how do I make it? Because I'm trying to do mine with like no positional value attached. It's like 50 best players.
Yeah. So, what are we thinking? Top 15, 20? What are we thinking?
Like draft pick wise or player wise?
For him.
Yeah, but
For
are we
Nick.
saying top
Where's he
15,
go?
top 20 player in the draft or 20 top 10? 15?
Yeah, top 15, top like 15, top 20 as far as where he goes.
Okay. I think it's in the 20s.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just think teams overthink safety too often too, and that doesn't play in his favor. Like when it comes to safeties, the NFL is known more than anything on earth to think they're unvaluable for no reason.
Yeah.
That
I was going to ask you, if he's there at 27, did the Ravens take him?
It'd be fun. I'd be fine with it. Just because of how fun it'd be.
You think they pass on him?
No. I mean, it depending on who's there. But.
Yeah. That's what's going to ultimately matter. Like it depends on who's there, because like if we're sitting there saying, hey, okay, look, all right, if we already have what we have, and if we don't go and put him on the field early, just think about how much development he's going to get. That's going to be the key.
Right?
Because if you don't develop him, again, that he's not learning from any of his mistakes in game. And then even on top of this, it's like, hey, you got to dedicate yourself to film, because it's not like, hey, you're going to have a position coach that's going to sit here and force feed you film week in and week out. That's kind of like on you, because you're limited to certain things you can do at practice or around the facilities. But it's a whole nother monster when you got free time instead of going to the club. I'm trying to get my ear read on.
See, that play right there before it was like such a good example, and it wasn't like he did anything in the play, but you saw him where he wasn't thinking, and he looks so different. Like, just watch how fast he runs up. He's immediately there. Like, when he's not overthinking it, and he just goes straight, you see, like, semblances of, like, this could be great. But it's just about not being in his own head. It's frustrating.
Yeah. I call him like he's just like a blind dog sometimes. He's just running around. He doesn't really know where he's going. But occasionally he ends up in the right spot at the right time. But he's just running around, just hoping the ball comes his way, hoping to make a play. Like he hasn't gotten the cerebral part of the game yet. But with a good coach, good system, and the good players around him, he could get there for sure. He has a lot to work with, a lot of tools. Just got to keep grinding, and he needs to go to the right situation.
You know who would love him, Matt?
Who's that?
Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So it's the one thing that Ro would struggle or has struggled with in his entire career is coverage. So this kid could really help take some of that away from him. So like, if he gets him underneath his wing and say, hey, look, these are some of the things you need to watch for, and kind of help him with the preparation and instincts. Now we're talking, hey, okay, look, we can move to the next level. Without that, and they just kind of let him go out there and freelance, I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome, TJ. We found a pitch hitter for the Steelers today, an actual Steelers fan, so he'll be able to give a really good idea of what the Steelers Nation may want in this 7th-round mock draft. Welcome, TJ. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to meet you, Jordan and Coach. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you taking Jalen Milroe and Jackson Dart back-to-back picks, right?
Hey,
look at me. Hey, we might take Sanders to play. It looks like we just gave him a 30th. What's it called? An invite to come see us.
Hey, if we're talking 7-rounder, don't forget putting Quinn Ewers in there too. We need all 3.
Yeah.
Makuba is so good. His instincts are just the best in his class. Watch this hit. That was clean too.
That was the one you were trying to find yesterday.
Yeah, watch this. Starts on one side of the field, and he's going to end up all the way on the other side. Interception.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
He's fun, man.
Ball skills and instincts. These are the things that when I watch the man Warrior, I don't see. I don't see the natural instincts. I don't see the ball skills. Not to this level. This kid right here, it's different. This kid is different.
I think a year ago we were talking about Jaden Hicks, man. We got 4 great safeties.
Jaden Hicks is a dog.
Got 4 great safeties in this class. What a time. Great year for the safety and running back positions.
I know, right?
You need a running back, take 2.
Andrew Makuba. So as you see, Texas plays them all over. He plays center field. He plays high in cover 2, and they also bring him up to the line of scrimmage as like a dime backer. That's a true sign of versatility. A guy who can just be moved all over the field. I think that really plays well when you have another safety or 2 that now you can use 3 safeties. In your dime packages, him and a guy like Kyle Hamilton would be really interchangeable. You can bring one down, you can keep the other one high, and you can swap them out. Just gets off the block. Like, I love when I watch guys who initially get blocked but don't stay blocked. Also love little guys who play big.
Oh man.
Love little guys that play big. Like, love guys that can see it and understand where it's going and then make a play on the ball. It's a deep out here. He's a little late getting over, but he was the center fielder. So he was playing center field. That's cover 1. Looks like he's just one high. It's just he's back there in like no man's land, right? Where it's like it's just him or the end zone. But he still has the range to get over there and make that tackle.
Yeah.
That's just reputation.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Miko having to be the savior in the backfield. On the
Go back, Matt.
Got you.
Because it looked like his linebacker hung him out to dry by not chipping this guy or even having him just redirect. So yeah, it looks like right here. I think it's 89 that catches the ball. No, that's not 89.
Oh, you meant 89? No, 17 catches.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did he come from? Left side of formation?
Yeah, he came from our right. Yeah, left side.
Okay. Yeah. So in this case, what should happen is so see how that guy's lined up outside, the cornerback's shaded outside. He shouldn't let him run across his face like that. This is the reason why.
Yeah, you see the receiver when it came on a motion.
Right. And so what should happen is this guy up top should have took the inside release away from him, and then the linebackers should have called this crosser and checked them away from him so he can get back there and be over the top. That's what should have happened. So I got it. He's late, but that's still not on him. Because look at this middle Mike linebacker.
Yeah,
he just dropped him. Right. Exactly.
He ain't no man's land. He just dropping back to a spot. He's not even having the awareness to at least chip the receiver coming screaming across the field. get in his way a little bit, like slow him down, because you know your safety is on the other side. So, another view of it. But love the range, though, to be able to get back to that side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because, I mean, if he's slow, that's a touchdown. But his ability to be able to see it, even though he was on the far side, his ability to see it and then get over there, save the touchdown.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a touchdown.
It also lets them show like how much they trust him.
Yeah.
Like to be the one guy deep like that. To free roam. And a lot of guys get that.
Yeah, he gets a lot of freedom back there.
Damn, Florida cooking this game.
Hey, I love the heart though. You standing there, you got a big back coming downhill like that. You went backwards, but at least he went down. Watch this. All right, here it comes. Moment of truth. Hey, get in the way, slow him down, get him on the ground. That's all that matters. It ain't got to be pretty. Oh, now he gets some payback on that one. Good.
Yeah. He waited on that one.
Watch him see it and go. No, go. Let's go. Right there. Gets off the block, makes a tackle. Now, when we watched Nick Man work, you didn't see a lot of this, right? We didn't see a lot of the instincts to just see it and go. You've seen a lot of thinking, like Jordan had made a reference to. See a lot of thinking. You see a lot of not sure. Right here, you see he sees it and he's shooting his gun. He's going. Boom. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want someone who's just trusts his eyes, and when he sees it, he goes. He attacks the ball. Now go get it. Here he is again. Playing in the box. Sees it. Oh, that's a big back too. Oh, hey, you got to bring your pads with you, son. He sees this one. He just can't get him on the ground. He shoots it. Watch it. Watch this. He's going to shoot it. Can't get him on the ground. It's too big. Right here. Right here. Shoot it. Kind of a bad angle. What do you think, Coach? I'd like to see him step through the hole and step into the side.
Yeah, go back to it, Matt.
I got you.
Because I want to see where he started from.
This is the play before. So.
Okay. All right. So
this is it.
Okay, so this is it right here. All right, bet. All right, so yeah, that's on him, but also you see he waits to see where the blockers are going, and that's what kind of had him out of position. Because if he stays square, his body weight is underneath him, and he don't have to kind of reach out if they're trying to reset his feet at the same time.
Yep.
See, and I think this is a perfect example of their different types of hesitation.
Yeah.
Like Nick Amanawore has hesitation with himself. Andrew Makuba almost has too much hesitation with what's everybody else doing. How can I adjust immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has a lot of Ed Reed to his game. When I see him, like Ed Reed would freelance a little bit. He would do some things because he's trying to overcompensate for his teammates. And sometimes, more times than not, Ed Reed would be right, but there would be some times when Ed Reed was wrong.
Absolutely.
And it'd bite us, right? It'd be a long run or a big catch downfield because Ed, jumped the route or he decided to do something that he wasn't supposed to do because trying to help out a teammate. But you see right there, he doesn't stay square in the hole and allows the running back to sidestep him. If he stays square in the hole, he squares him up, makes the tackle. Who's the player that you love in this draft, Jordan? Give me a play. Give me just one guy.
I mean, you know the name, Baron Sorrell. He's playing here too, by the way.
You said what?
I said he's playing in here too, by the way.
Baron Sorrell? Yeah.
Elijah Roberts, a guy I feel like doesn't get any talk, which baffles my mind.
Who's your favorite offensive lineman in this draft?
Offensive lineman, period.
Give me a day 2 guy.
Day 2 guy?
Yeah.
I like Ariante a lot. And I like, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Emory Jones. I like Emory Jones a lot.
I love Emory Jones. Coach, what about you?
You said day 2 guy?
Yeah.
Man, I like Cameron, or is it Williams from Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The more and more I'm watching him, I wouldn't be surprised if he crept up into day 1. It depends on what goes on. Like the more I'm watching him, like I've seen him creep up as high as the low 40s. And that just let me know, like, hey, if there's a crazy run on a position, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody say, hey, look, man, come on, man, we need a monster when it comes down to when he gets his hands on you, you're pretty much done.
A Jordan Morgan type pick. I like Colin Pierce a lot too. But once again, I'm a big upside guy when it comes to linemen.
Coach, look at this one. I think it's a play after this one. Right here.
Always be scouted.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's the next play. Sorry.
Okay.
He sees it. He sees it. He attacks it. He just need to get in the gym. He needs to get in the gym.
And that's the next thing too. Is like I'm looking at him. If he's listed at 186, that means he's probably even a little bit lighter. And I need him closer to 200, especially in the
Here you
north.
go. Watch this. See it now. Go get it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gets carried in the end zone.
Yep.
Right. Like he saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. He just ain't got enough. He ain't bringing enough with him.
Yeah, it's how they say in the South. Your britches ain't big enough. Boy.
Look at Baron Sorrell.
You got a big enough britches.
You said look at who?
Baron Sorrell. Baron Sorrell's on the left side of your screen here. Cook.
What number is he?
88. I thought he cracked that more than he did. But he 88. Such a weird linebacker. Such a weird edge number.
Oh yeah, I see. Look at it. He sees it. He attacks it. That's just a big back that's just like on the goal line. And good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck when you're that size. Like, hey, a running back who don't wear gloves is like, he don't care about nothing.
And these are the plays that the teams who like Nick Amon-Aware are watching.
Yeah. He don't care about nothing. That running back, he don't wear gloves or nothing. He don't care about nothing. He remind me of Frank Gore. You know, Frank Gore is the same way, man. Frank Gore.
Yeah. You know that boy. Hey, that boy got he got an NIL with Tractor Supply.
Hey, Frank Gore was all business, baby. All business. All business. All right, give me one more guy we can look at before we jump into this mock. You guys? Give me somebody. Who's somebody you want us to watch?
Elijah Roberts.
Elijah Roberts.
Elijah Roberts? I don't know who that is.
What about you, Coach? Who you got? Give me somebody.
Did you do Frazier? Is that Frazier yet?
No, we didn't do Frazier yet. Hey, let's do them both. What the heck? Let's do Elijah Roberts and you said Zai Frazier?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I love looking at the guys that my guys like, you know? All right, here's Elijah Roberts.
Man, I just don't get the fall. I really don't.
You don't get the fall?
People put him in like day 3. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. He's so disruptive.
You know why.
Yeah.
It's okay. Here's one of those things, right? They kind of love on the small schools, but then they kind of crap on the other ones. It's like, hey, you're not technically a small school, but you're not a Notre Dame, you're not an Alabama, you're not a or whatnot. And it sucks though, because that kind of happens even within the SEC. It kind of happens, right? Because like you see some of the ball players that come from let's say a Missouri, Auburn, or Arkansas, those guys are not getting as much love as the second and third stringers from Alabama or Georgia and whatnot.
So the crazy thing to me though is like, you look at the combine, he's got a nuts combine. You look at the tape, he's got nuts tape. Like, he does everything well. He has production, but they're saying day 3, and it like blows my mind. I'm like, dude, he ran a 4.7. He's 288 pounds. It's not like the athletic.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like school recognition is overvalued at this point.
This is a day 3 edge rusher, yo.
In the words of my great friend Bill, scout the player, not the helmet.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'm an Elijah Roberts supporter, man.
Because when you don't scout the player,
he's so big.
To me, it's just like we talk about all the time, Matt. It's lazy scouting. That's what it is. Is that you're like, all right, man, I don't want to go to SMU or Indiana but I'm gonna talk about these small school guys that come out to the Senior Bowl, and I'm gonna talk to them like I've been on them for 2 years.
Yep.
Man, he's gonna struggle in space at times, but you expect that at 288 pounds. He's so physical, man. I don't get what people aren't seeing.
You said what was his weight?
People are expecting him like day 3, so like rounds 5, 6, 7.
Hold on. What was his weight?
288, 4.7.
Is that a pure muscle?
You a big man.
Because he's a broad man.
Yeah, he is. He gained weight at the combine, which is crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't get it.
He said, I don't get it. That ain't day 3 to me.
Hey, who's give me a wide receiver that you like. Day 3, Coach. Who's a day 3? Let's dig deep. Let's show them that we're really the draft nerds. Let's give me a day 3 receiver that you really like.
Oh man. I mean, you did him already. I think you did him already. Shepard. Will Shepard.
Oh, you love Will Shepard. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because I think he's day 3. I think he's day 3 because of lack of opportunities. Like, I don't think he's day 3 because of talent or lack thereof.
This guy, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Jordan?
Day 3 style. Like I said, I really have a hard time with a good portion of this wide receiver class. I mean, Kyle Williams was set as day 3. That was one of them, but now it's not day 3 anymore.
Yeah.
I guess if you count Restrepo, because people think he's going to fall all the way. I still like Tez Johnson. I think at worst you get a good kick returner, and what's the harm in drafting that?
That's true.
That is true.
I like a lot of guys actually. I
know he may not be I know he may not be a third rounder, but like Troy Horton.
Yeah, I like Torrey Horton. Torrey Horton's good. I like the white kid from UNLV. I like him a lot.
Oh.
Nick Nash?
No, White.
Oh no, yeah.
UNLV. Yeah, his last name is White. I don't know why I want to call him Kevin White, but he's not.
I keep wanting to say Cody White.
No,
that's the wrong guy. That's the wrong.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking Kyle White. I don't know.
Nah, I'll get it for you guys. Give me 1 second.
I just feel like Troy Horton's just gonna fall because of like tapping the deal on, because like he'll just fall because of the value of players ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Oh, I know you're thinking of that. You're thinking of Ricky White.
Yes, Ricky White. Thank you, sir.
Ricky White's a good shout.
I like Ricky White a lot, actually. Like, I think he is a really good player. I think he's going to be a steal for someone day 3. He's a good route runner. He just plays with a lot of skill, right? Just plays with a lot of skill. Plays with a lot of his route running is crisp. He's strong. Who was the guy you mentioned, coach?
You said what, man?
Did you say Zah Frazier?
Yeah, Zah Frazier from UTSA.
Yeah, I got you.
Another one I kind of like is Isaac Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
That's a good one. I feel like the most underrated wide receiver that's going to be like a steal is Theo Wester from Missouri.
Yeah,
because he was projected to be like the top wide receivers coming out.
That's a great break, boy. That's a great break, Coach. I love it. I love it when people throw that deep out to the far side of the field and it hangs out there. That's supposed to be a pick six every time. Oh, I think that's it. He's got crazy size.
That's what I love, man. I love it because
he'd be perfect for your scheme, especially that EV blitz.
Turn, find the ball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the arm from the left replacement right there.
For a fire that he's
the only thing I'm looking at is he's kind of thin. Yeah. But if he can put on about 5 to 10 good pounds, I think we'll be good.
Hey, we said the same thing about Nate Wiggins.
Well, hey, Nate Wiggins.
When you got ball skills,
just give him a big chicken. That was good.
When Deion first came out, he was a little thin too. But listen, when you got ball skills and you have an ability to shut someone down, like, hey, he'd be just fine. But you know he's gonna put on weight just because he has the frame for it.
Absolutely.
Go get it.
Let me get that.
That man read that like he was the wide receiver.
Bray, you played at 295 pounds. Sorry. I was just looking at back to my boy. I love when they put like the subtitle.
Like just letting you know the fourth fumble.
Yeah, like you know how this play ended. He's
He's
kind
kind of in the realm of like an Emmanuel Forbes, you know, like how he needs to put on some weight.
don't you put that on him.
Nah, hey, listen, that one was a lanky man coming out.
That's
He was
crazy.
scared. He was going to snap.
Crazy word.
That's crazy.
Just tells you one thing that can make you a good corner in this league or not a good corner.
Oh man, I'm glad I finally got to watch Elijah Roberts film. Anyway.
Oh, we got time for one more, man.
Yeah.
Try is the interior defensive lineman. I don't know if y'all seen him already. JJ Pegues from Ole Miss.
He's interesting too. He's an interesting guy.
I got you, but we got to do some Ricky White real quick.
Okay.
Ricky! His route running is so, look at that. Oh my God.
I got a good stutter step.
It ain't a coach in the country that can teach that.
That's just something you practice daily.
You born with that.
Yeah.
You born with that. Watch this. Now get freaky. His stutters, like his quickness is ridiculous. He doesn't have crazy top end speed or acceleration, but he can stretch the field, but he has elite quickness and he's a really good route runner.
You know what? You know what? One wiggle, it told me everything I needed to know. He from Georgia.
Him and Tez are very similar in the sense to me that like if you're looking at speed, you're not going to see it, but you're going to wonder like why can't I see it because he looks so fast on film, but it's because of deceleration.
Right, his ability to stop and start,
crazy.
He's a lot more polished though than Tez.
Yeah.
His change of direction,
way better route runner. Watch this.
His change of direction is crazy too.
Listen, I love it when he gets the ball in hand. He try to get freaky.
You got to
slant, killed him off the line. Did you see the route, Coach?
Yeah. He gets off the line quick.
Look at this. You did. You did.
Oh, 1-2, damn.
That's the Kyle Williams special right there.
Tell him, hey, go see your coach. He got something to tell you.
He gets open so quick, so he allows your coach to be able to go into the quick game because he's a really good route runner where he gets open immediately. So slants, crossers, screens, he does all of that really well. Bubble screen, all that stuff. Like, hate to keep bringing the Ravens up, but like he'd be perfect in a tall monkey offense.
Yeah, I'm about to say he works perfectly in RPOs. By the time he goes to tackle, he already passed the first down marker.
Look at this. Who does he remind you of, Coach?
Bro, any other wide receiver, that's like a loss of yards.
He said, "Who do you remind me of?"
Yeah.
Probably not as fast, but his moves and with the ball in his hand, it's like Antonio Brownish. It's more like Antonio Brownish to me. Now he's not a super yak guy like Antonio Brown, because he's not going to run through a lot of people. But his catching and his movement in space is kind of like Antonio Brown to me.
All right, I'm gonna give you 3 names. I'm gonna give you 3 names.
Oh, I was about to.
Now, everybody, don't freak out when I give you these 3 names. We got 120 people watching this right now on YouTube and X, and we got another 10 people on playback. Don't freak out. I'm not saying he is these guys, but I'm saying when I watch him, I see a lot of these guys, these elements in this game. DeAndre Hopkins, Roddy White.
Okay.
And Tank Dell. So let me break it down. So
I see it.
The start and stop ability, the quick burst of explosion in tight spaces is tanked up. The ability to be QB friendly and get open quick and show the quarterback your numbers and catch the ball is Diop. The run after catch is Roddy White.
I got a super weird one, and people are going to hate it, especially because of how positive we're talking. But I think people forget how good he was when he was young and, like, entering from college to the NFL. Danny Amendola. Like, when Danny Amendola was in college, nothing was ever that fast. It was just about, like, I'm going to move the sticks, turning thin as a stick and being able to get to the first down marker, which he does so well. And then just being able to route people up the entire time, like using their own moves against them to make them overthink.
I like it. That's interesting. Amendola was a really good route runner.
Yeah.
But Coach, do you see the guys I mentioned a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if people didn't know who DeAndre Hopkins was,
oh my God!
Side by side,
oh my! Did you just see what he just did to that man? That man got a family. Watch this. It's right after this play. Look at this play. Watch this. Right at the sticks, catch the football, first down. Right? Nope. I'm gonna get busy. Here we go. Oop.
That's what it's good.
Oh my God!
At that point, 15 just out there getting cardio.
Bruh, the Ricky White LaQuint show.
Yo, that jab
step. No, I'm gonna say most times people would just fell to the ground and wouldn't even try to get the extra.
First down. We're not done yet though. Here we go. You take that.
I'm gonna get myself some extra yards.
And we get another 7. Unbelievable. Slant open immediately. He gets open immediately. Like immediately. He gets open. He catches the ball with his hands. Y'all know I love me a good hands catch. You know, love me. Hey, you in good hands with all.
You're gonna use a lot of RPO systems.
You ain't get all hands with Allstate's crazy.
You're in good hands with Allstate. You know what I'm saying? It's my favorite.
Prevent yourself
like
from
good
a
hands,
ham like me.
Right, exactly. I love being in good hands, right? So,
yeah,
that's why Allstate is my favorite insurance company because you're in good hands, and this guy's got good hands. I got it, Coach. Don't worry, Coach. I got it. Look at that. I know they got Jalen Royals, but check this out. Touchdown. That's a touchdown in the NFL. Watch this. One.
Okay, I see the D-hop a little bit.
Done. Hit the pylon. Once he hits the pylon, that's a touchdown. See, he swung that other foot, hit the pylon, touchdown. Here we go. Deep route. Back shoulder fade. And you're going to get up and look at you for a little bit.
God, those Utah State jerseys. I mean, those Utah State helmets are so terrible.
So plain. Here we go again. Go get it. 0 separation on that one. He's still good.
And these are not good throws either. They're
other teams.
No, this is the quarterback saying, I know you're down there somewhere. Just throwing it up.
Right.
That's where my young Danny Amendola comes in.
Because if you're able to put some precision on that, like and put some heat on it, that's probably a touchdown. He steps back inside and runs up the field.
He is cooking Utah State. Look at this.
He's a yak monster, I can tell.
All right, Coach, tell me what you saw there. Pop quiz. What'd you see?
You said what now?
On this play.
Go back. Go back.
Here we go right here.
All right. Well, first off, the guy lined up inside, and he didn't get hands on him. It was it. So now we're talking as a foot race, and he has no help over the top. I don't know why you lined up inside like that and you don't get hands.
From the receiver.
Oh,
one thing I love about this, late hands.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you got to have late hands because DBs are really good and they'll watch you. They'll go when your hands go up, their hands are going to go up. He literally did not extend his hands until the ball was literally in them. Watch this. Got it. And by the time the DB goes to react to him, it's too late. See? He gave the DB no chance.
That is good football, I feel.
He gave the DB no chance to mirror his own movements. Lay hands, touchdown.
The other thing too, though, if you see what he's doing, Matt, you know how most receivers when they get over top like that, they want to break inside. You see how he just kept stemming it out. He gets to the bottom of the numbers and he still stems it out.
Yeah, he's stacking them. Yeah,
right.
Could you imagine him with Sean McVay in LA with Matthew Stafford? Oh my.
Listen, I can imagine this man from Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my.
It's
freaky.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That should have not been a first down. This is crazy. Look at this. 3
He transformed plays that should be not that big of games in the bigger games.
I feel like I do it with every wide receiver of this archetype, but it'd be fun with the Broncos.
Yeah. Bo Nix could use some yak guys too. A lot of his guys will just go get it.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
They're like go ball receivers. He don't really have any yak guys.
Mac, that'd be perfect. He can turn into a wide receiver one. He might not be the number one on every team, but he can be that number one day.
Man, look at Caleb Williams out here. And there's Oladipo, another draftable player. Well, I mean, he wasn't the previous player. Kawhi got such a weird field, man. I could never get over it.
I know.
It just doesn't look like a football field. It doesn't look real.
I think like it just bugs me more because I'm colorblind than it bugs any regular person.
Why? Because you can't see because of the shades.
It's literally like I just see like 20 different shades of gray all across.
That's right, because you can't see green, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so all we see is bright green and then a little shade of dark green.
Yeah, dark.
And also Hawaii's logo is green.
Yeah, I know. This is part of the reason it gets me mad watching them.
All right, one more, Coach. Who did
That's
you say?
biggest rival.
Who you want me to look up, Coach?
JJ Pegues.
Fun name.
Ole Miss.
I got you. I'm familiar with
Isn't
him.
that the doesn't he play fullback too?
I should have said Peebles.
Hey, TJ, hold on. Don't be giving away my secrets, TJ. Hold on.
Not coach.
Yeah. Hey, TJ kind of gave away some of the stuff.
My bad.
No, you good. I want people to see it.
No, that's okay.
Oh my.
People give a lot of credit to Walter Nolan, but I feel like he was an underrated part of that line.
He's stumbling. They should
he might be a late round pick, but like he's gonna be a good starter.
I'll stand my whole life that man should have scored a touchdown when he was.
Michael Pitt?
Yeah. No, not. I was thinking of the other call.
Oh my!
Yes, sir.
Hey,
him at the goal line, bro. It's gonna be nuts.
I see the vision.
Look at him at the goal line.
I see the vision,
bro. I'm watching.
You can't bring the big man down.
I'm just watching.
30 on the D line is crazy though.
You see that motor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, people gave Walter Norton a lot of credit for that line last year.
Oh, I was filthy.
We got a 300-pound man running.
Hey,
Wildcat.
What's also crazy is he played tight end too.
Yeah.
300-pound guy running Wildcat.
We're just watching Derrick Henry.
Hey, we
Let the Eagles get this guy. He gonna be crazy.
We gotta change the name for him. It's not Wildcat. It's the Wild Hog.
Right.
Wild
Look at
Hog.
that reach.
Nah, Wild Boar.
Oof.
Now he's lined up at quarterback.
We got him.
He's been lined up at quarterback the whole time, bro.
Yeah. But peep the pass rush skills though too though. I just need you to peep the pass, the swim moves, the spin moves.
He's an underrated two-way player.
Yeah.
Look at that. Keep fighting, yeah.
He just stuck in there.
He just has a nose for the end zone, huh?
Look, they put him outside now. They put him at end. You see, they put him at end.
Yeah, I think he played DN. He played a little bit inside, and he played edge. I know that.
Athlete. That's all I can say. Athlete.
ATH.
Yeah.
ATH, baby.
Yeah, two-way player, man.
Oh, engulfed him.
Talk about Travis Hunter, but you gotta talk about him too. The deep hobby two-way player.
Yeah, in again.
All right. I promise this is the last one. Because I heard.
Listen. We watching some great players now.
My guy. This is my dude, man. This is a guy I get excited all the time about. This is my favorite day too, dude.
Let's see who we're talking about.
That man's a disruptor. He's just a little small.
People always say he's just too small. Made up being the greatest player of all time. Aaron Donald, too small.
Man, I still can't believe I forgot him on the mock draft last night. I'm never gonna forgive myself. We did a 3-round mock draft. I put this man in the 3rd round.
I mean, listen, people call him Pebbles instead of his actual name.
Peebles.
The crazy part is that
the Peebles champion.
There's just tons of these guys in this draft, bro. Like, this draft is so loaded with interior D linemen. There's just so many of these guys. Like, we just saw the guy just now, right, from Ole Miss. Now we're watching Peebles, and then you got C.J. West, and then you got Simeon Burrow Jr. Good Lord, you got Simeon Burrow.
You got Jordan Phillips.
You got Talik Williams, right? Like, it's just there's so many.
Yeah.
This man's
After a year where you had a Super Bowl team who dominated on the D line, this is the perfect draft to make your own D line. And literally, you can draft probably 4 or 5 of these guys in the 1st to 5th round, and you'll probably have a great D line.
I like his motor. I like that motor.
God, I love me some Peebles.
Man of the Peebles.
I'm People's champion, baby.
Just a man of the Peebles.
People's power. Yeah.
He's just so fun, man. I like disruptors. So I think, can you disrupt?
Yeah, guys that can single themselves out and be that one guy on the line that you can rely on.
He's just so fast on the get-offs too. That's like something I always do.
He's jittery off the line. Like, he's ready to go get that quarterback.
You're not supposed to come off the line that fast at that size.
Yeah.
No.
He almost broke his back.
You got people like Derek Harpin who will come off the line fast like that. Who are probably going the 1st round or 2nd round.
Not the spin move.
Bro, his spin move's so nasty.
That man chasing after that ball.
There he is again. Oh man,
he gets back there quick, bro.
Number 16 is a weird number.
Yeah, that I was gonna say he's got his.
Well,
number.
listen, watch it. He's gonna wear 61. Watch.
Hey, he can wear whatever he wants as long as it's purple.
Yeah, he can wear a Vikings uniform.
Bro, this man's crazy.
Hey, that's purple.
Oh, he's simming for every other team.
Yeah, we're simming for every team.
And man, all these teams are gonna pick some crazy players.
They might.
Yeah. I mean, Republic kind of is better than PFS sometimes.
All right, here we go. Where's the Steelers at? Why do I feel like I can't see them?
21.
It is right below the Broncos. 2 rows down. Yeah.
This is
It's actually in a numeral order.
this is actually the first 7th rounder I've done.
Yeah.
I've done nothing but 7 rounders all off season.
I was thinking
All
on PFF.
All right, so
BFF. Oh no,
Jordan,
I tried it on both.
Jordan, do you want the Ravens?
I'll take whoever. Like I said, I don't really mind either way. If you want to take the Ravens, you can.
It doesn't matter. You know, I did the Ravens last night. If you want the Ravens, just to see what you end up with.
I'll do it.
All right, I'll take the. What team did you have before? The Browns.
I had the Browns.
All right, I'll take the Browns then. Y'all ready?
Obviously, I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, give me my jingle, Coach. I know you got it.
I can't wait for the draft, man. I wanted to get here already because after the game with the whole TJ Watt stuff, I'm kind of losing it.
Bro, I gotta make that my phone lock day of the draft.
Yeah.
All right, y'all know when y'all hear that sound, I mean the draft is officially open. Tennessee, you're on the clock, and they took Cam Ward just like we thought they would.
Respect.
So refreshing to see the first overall pick actually get taken in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It is.
Question real quick, Matt. Are we allowed to do trades or no?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so I'm on the top with the Browns. I want to kind of keep it what I'm hearing. I would do what I want. See, if I was them, I would do Shador here. I just think the quarterback need is too great. I think Shador is a great quarterback. I think he'd be a good fit there, and the QB room there is super thin. I mean, I think they only have Kenny Pickett. Is that it? That's it, right?
Kenny Pickett and Deshaun Watson.
You can hold out for Kirk Cousins, but like, yeah, I don't know. Shador is in play from what I'm hearing at number 2, but they are leaning towards Travis. I don't know if the Travis thing is a smokescreen to try to get someone to come up and take Travis, so they can move back and get Shador somewhere else. But I feel like Cleveland they don't have a star on their team right now. Nick Chubb is gone. Baker Mayfield's in Tampa. They do have Myles Garrett, right? But like he's like he doesn't know if he wants to be there or not. He's also aging. Jerry Jeudy was a pleasant surprise. They have no star power. They have nothing to get that fan base excited. So with this pick, I'm going to go with Travis Hunter.
See, I'm weird. I'm like the one person who would take. I'm the one person who's taking Abdul Carter.
Yeah, same as me.
I don't know weird of it.
All right, Coach, you're up with the Bengals.
I can't. Can you zoom in a little bit to see their needs? I can't see their needs.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You know, I got them old man eyes. All right. Okay. Yeah, I can
And
see
the Bengals kind of need everything on defense.
All right. Yeah, the Bengals need defense. So, if I'm them, yeah, and the board shakes out like this. I'm
Bears went Tet. That's interesting. Bears went Tet.
Hey, remember I took
listen, that just sounds like DJ Moore gonna get traded.
Yo, Ezzy at 16 is crazy.
Give me Mike.
It's crazy, but it's not surprising.
Give me Mike Green for the
You know the crazy
Oh,
thing
that's
is,
nasty.
I literally just took Mike Green for the Bengals yesterday.
Yep.
That is nasty for the AFC North.
All right, you up?
All right, here we go. Well, this is easy. Kenneth Grant.
Oh.
Did you just say "Here we go," which is the Steelers chant?
Unintentionally, actually.
He was like, here we go.
Well, actually, hold on. Well, hold on. Oh, never mind.
Too late.
Shador Sanders to the Rams.
Oh, I like that actually. I think Shador to the Rams would be perfect for Shador. Perfect. You get to sit behind Stanford for 2 years, and then I like that. Josh Simmons to the Texans is something I could actually see happening in real life.
This board's weird. Scroll down for a second. I need to see what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's about what I figured past this. Okay. Cool. We go back.
Yeah. I kind of jumped the gun on my pick.
We're taking James Pierce, first round.
I knew you would take James Pierce.
You know I'm a James Pierce guy.
I know you are. All right. Browns, second round. So to recap the first round, for those who probably want to know who my team got. Number 1 was Cam Ward. Number 2 was Travis Hunter. Number 3 was Mason Graham. That's an interesting pick to go interior D lineman. Ashton Genty to the Patriots. Abdul Collar to the Jaguars. Jade Barron to the Raiders. Armand Mimbo to the Jets, which actually I can see that. Will Campbell to Carolina. Matthew Golden to the Saints. Satori McMillan to the Bears. Will Johnson to the 49ers, which we just did that yesterday. Tyler Warren to the Cowboys is interesting. Jalen Walker to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Michael Williams to the Colts. Jahai Campbell to the Falcons. Donovan Nazaruku to the Cardinals at 16. Mike Green to the Bengals. Emeka Ibuka going out with JSN in New England.
Ohio State reunion.
Yeah. Shamar Stewart in Tampa Bay. Walter Nolan in Denver. Kenneth Grant in Pittsburgh. Malachi Starks. I'm surprised you didn't go quarterback here because you don't have a quarterback. Interesting. As a Steelers fan, are you believing that you guys are going to end up with Rodgers?
No, because my brain went right to Kenneth Grant when I've been doing a lot of trade backs in my mocks with Buffalo. That's what I was going to do, was trade with Buffalo our 21st for their 30th and their second round. But I was too eager and stuff. But I've been doing some mocks where we don't trade back.
Starks to the Chargers, Banks to the Packers, Hampton to the Vikings, Simmons to the Texans, Sanders to the Rams, Pierce to the Ravens, Booker to the Lions, Skirton to the Bills, Loveland to the Bills, Colston Loveland to the Bills, Derek Harmon. Why would the Bills say Colston Loveland when they have?
Yeah.
Because they're just going off vibes.
Yeah, they go over.
Maybe two tight ends. Derek Harmon to the Chiefs is actually scary.
They already got two tight ends.
Look at the homie a week making it all the way at 32nd.
At 32nd. I see
what,
you.
What is that man paying PFF?
All right, so with the 33rd pick, Browns are going to go with Jalen Milroe.
Okay.
All right. So then that takes us all the way down to the Bengals. You on the clock, Bengals?
Oh, man.
All right. Can you scroll up a little bit? Jeez.
So many players left.
All right. Okay.
Oh, please.
If I'm gonna go with, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take Demetrius Knight from South Carolina.
Mike Green and Demetrius Knight. All right, Ravens are on the clock at 59. What do they do?
Let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see what's there.
There's some good value here.
This would be a trade back for me personally, but I'm not with trade backs because I'm vibing. Let's go back to the top.
Hey, Ravens, Pittsburgh's calling.
It's so weird. I'm just gonna take. Wait, can you go to corners? Let's see if they rank some guys weird. This is a weird board.
It is a weird board.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So the corner run has started, and I think I'm going to continue it and just be safe. And I'm going to take Ben Morrison because there's not really much at the top that I'm loving.
Okay.
I like that pick, actually. All right, so Browns, we went Travis Hunter, we went Jalen Milroe. All right,
Oh,
so
Jackson now went to the Giants?
I think I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and continue our haul on offense, and I'm going to go with
The boy.
The running backs went real early.
yeah, I'm going to go Dylan Sampson here. Bengals on the clock. Two really good receivers staring us in the face.
Scroll up for me. All right, hold up.
Elijah Roberts is favored on PFF. That's the first place I've ever seen it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Jonah from Arizona dropped that far.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Cameron Williams from Texas. I gotta solidify my offensive line.
I guess. All right, Pittsburgh, you
All
up?
right. Let me see corners.
Hmm?
Let me see corners.
Corners.
Yeah.
Are you still ignoring your quarterback position? Or?
With those guys, hell yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
I will wait. I will wait 2 more rounds for a quarterback if I have to. DB. Yeah, I want to see DB. Jacob Parrish.
Okay. I do like Jacob Parrish. Oh, Ravens. Yeah. Oh, look at the board falling for you. The board felt so good. Let me see. He's still there.
Jordan Phillips. Oh.
The board felt so great for you.
You can't
compete the trifecta.
You can't ask me to not pick my alumni. Come on now. We're picking.
Oh, you're a hooker.
We're taking Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams.
Oh.
Come on home. You are a Raven.
Go Cougs.
You left my boy on the board though. I don't appreciate that. But
I had to.
Man, if I had my picks, man, if I traded back, I'm not going to look at my
I guess it's time to go offense. All right, Kyle Williams, you are Raven. Browns, we are back up. We went deep offense with our first 3 picks in Milroe. Hunter, even though Hunter's a DB/receiver, we like him at receiver. Sampson will be our new running back of the future.
Those are 2 good third-round picks. Like those 2 free picks.
Thank you, sir. And then we're going to take Jonah here with our next pick.
That is good. That is a good pick, yeah. And you right back in the car.
Again, we're back again. Guess who's back? Back again.
The Browns back. Don't tell your friends.
All right, so we do need another edge rusher to pair.
Oh my gosh.
With Myles Garrett, and I think we're going to take Oluwafemi Oladejo to pair with Miles. Bengals, you up?
Dang, they got Tesla this high too. This is so interesting.
Can I see D lineman again?
Interior?
Yeah, interior D lineman. All right.
Ooh.
Do it to me.
Good value.
All right, we are paid $119. All right, let me get Aeneas Peebles.
The People's Champion. The People's Champion.
The People's Champion coming in the division.
All right. All right, let me see.
Taking Kenneth Grant and Jacob Parrish.
Yeah, this isn't going well for me. Let me. And yes, I'm ignoring quarterback until this next round. Let me see running backs. Just to take a look. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Let me see.
Quint.
um, wide receivers.
Wide receivers.
Just looking. Just looking.
I mean,
Ooh, Trey Horton's there.
it should seem.
Give me one. Yeah, no. Um,
Yo, Eastern Washington.
uh, yeah. And I'll look at quarterbacks. I'll look at QBs just to see. I say QBs.
Oh, QBs.
My bad. Uh,
Kept that name on the mouse for a little too long for my liking.
we're gonna take as our backup. He will not be our starter because we will be drafting. We will be taking in Rodgers. The Ohio State University Will Howard.
Nice pick. That's a nice pick. All right, Ravens, you're up.
Can we look at the line?
Interior or tackle?
Just look at both because people.
Man, this went bad for me.
Oh nope.
Ooh.
Saw Willie Lampkin at the top immediately out.
I like this
Ooh,
kid.
Miles Frazier.
I love.
Yeah, Miles Frazier there. Yeah, I like Miles Frazier.
I love all the Georgia kids.
I just thought Willie Lampkin got scared. Ooh. Go to safety.
Oh no! See, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, it might be time to get a safety. Ooh, got a couple.
Not the ones.
Not the ones. Yeah, you missed. You when
I
you
missed
took
the
your
run.
when you took your receiver.
I had to.
I do like Malachi though. I do like Malachi. I don't mind Upton Stout. But yeah.
Dang, let's just go back to the regular top. I just want to see who's falling. Oh my god.
Barrett Carter. Jay Fulton, Troy Fulton.
That receiver cost you a big time safety.
Real.
Not bad.
But I don't think I'm getting a good wide receiver better than Kyle Williams though with this lady either.
No, I love.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
I mean, in my opinion, I love Kyle Williams.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that corner pick kind of screwed you.
In my opinion, I love Kyle Williams, but I would have taken Jalen Royals.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's a little bit more incomplete as a receiver. But I ain't mad at it.
We're scrolling back towards the top. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, let's look at this.
The fall off is real.
Oh man. Nazir Stackhouse deserves more respect than this. What are we doing?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. As a big man.
I'm not quite there. Safety's rough.
You got one edge. Let's see if there's another one. Tyler Beatty's there. Let's check the corners again. You want to go double dip it? You probably don't need to double dip it corner, but hey, let's check. No.
Yeah, hold
on. Ooh.
Honestly, O-line is the spot. It's time to go O-line. You got to get a guard. Yeah. I do like Connor Colby from Iowa. I do love Dylan Fairchild from Georgia. I love all the Georgia kids.
I think Miles Frazier a lot, but it's too high.
I do like Miles Frazier.
I hate William Lampkin. That's not happening.
Hold on. I think my boy's still here. I love Chase Lunt.
I was gonna go Chase Lunt. That was my
Emory Jones, and then you still got Howard Pearson.
See, that's my exact thought right there. Is like I really want to go Chase Lunt, but like Emory Jones and Holland Pierce are still there.
Mm-hmm.
But they might not be for long. So
have you seen Jack Nelson yet? Have you seen Jack Nelson?
I haven't watched
Jack Nelson. Jack Nelson's underrated. I'm gonna say that.
Jack Nelson on tape alone.
He's the one that's he can play all over the line, right? He's like a chess piece.
On tape alone, Jack Nelson shouldn't be here.
I've seen highlights. I haven't seen like the all 22 yet.
Okay, you need to see.
Yeah.
Jack Nelson is ridiculous. Like he locks out. He's a technician, bro. Like he has teach tape.
Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna pick Chase Lunt.
Chase Lunt.
Yeah. I mean, Emory Jones would theoretically be the thought process, but
now we're back on the clock again.
Yeah.
We're back when the pickings get slim.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Maybe your guy's still here.
Hey, this is when your football knowledge starts to come into play. Like I said.
Oh man.
You got a edge, you got a corner, you got a receiver, you got a tackle.
Oh god,
they start beefing up that D line.
There's a player I'm so intrigued by, but it shouldn't be my pick. D line. I guess Barrow Jr. makes the most sense. It falls off so hard after that.
Mm-hmm. Who you want?
Barrow Jr. I like I kind of like Tonka a little bit.
I do like Junior Tafuna. I like him too. But yeah, after Barrow, it is a bit of a drop. All right, Cincinnati Bengals, you up? So far, you got Mike Green, Demetrius Knight Jr., Cam Williams, and Aeneas Peebles.
You stacking up on that D line.
Say it again. Oh,
I said he's stacking up on that D line. He's doing real good.
Let me see running backs again.
Yeah, Cincinnati do need a running back. They do need another running back. Ooh,
man, y'all did me good. Let me get Jarquez Hunter from Auburn.
Hey, the Auburn Tiger takes the Auburn Tiger. Like, okay.
All right,
we're all taking a look.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let me see running back. I don't know how he's still here, but people underrate him. Ollie Gordon.
I knew someone was gonna do it eventually.
That was a great pick. I thought Coach was gonna take him. Damn, the Ravens back up again. Sheesh.
You were just doing.
I forgot you got 11 picks.
Stacking them picks.
Yeah.
I did not realize y'all had this many picks.
And this is why I think the Ravens are gonna have a great draft because they have a lot of picks, and their picks aren't that far apart, and it's going to the talent is just going to be there.
I also think y'all gonna get more.
If they came out with James Pierce, Benjamin Morrison, Kyle Williams, Chase Lyons, and Swinger Barrow, like to me, that is an A draft.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also gonna say this: y'all are definitely gonna be a destination for like trade downs or trade ups.
I probably would have taken a safety where you took Kyle Williams, and I would have waited to this pick right here to take my receiver. Maybe the pick where I took Barrow, maybe I would have took the receiver there. But 4th and 5th round, I would have taken the receiver, and I'm gonna show you why. I just
hate the wide receiver class in general.
My guy right here, look at him. We just was watching him sitting there. Rookie. Then you also got Will Shepard, who Coach likes. Jimmy Horn's still there. I love Antoine Wells Jr. There's still a lot of talent. Todd Felton is just still sitting there. There's a lot of good receivers. That's what I'm saying. This receiving class doesn't have the stars, but it's good, really good players that'll start for you.
Yeah, you could have definitely saved your third round pick on wide receiver.
See, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I'm not a big fan of any of these guys. Like, I have a little bit of like for Ty Fulton. I have a little bit of like for Jalen Wade, but it's nothing like I'm gonna stick out.
What about Ricky White? What's your thoughts?
I like Ricky White, but I don't love Ricky White. Like,
I mean, in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the 5th round, like you love someone different in the 5th round than you do.
Yeah,
in the first.
exactly.
Yeah, at this point you're getting them.
But that's the exact thing. Like, if I get Kyle Williams, I know I'm getting more impact now. So, like, I'm gonna sacrifice that to get the impact now. Can we go back?
Hey, listen, you can take them or I can take them.
Can we go back?
You want the Pittsburgh Steelers to have them in our division?
Hold on.
What happens in your division?
I got Kyle Williams. Hell yeah, go ahead.
What do you say, Jay?
Go back to offensive tackle. Shit, I might double too. Hey, we're taking.
Oh, look who's still there.
We're taking Emory Jones too. We're getting them both. We're just
Got them two sides.
All right. Browns, we're back. We got Travis Hunter. We got Jalen Miro. We got Dylan Sampson.
That is a
We got
good
Joe
draft.
Lewis. We got Oluwafemi. You're welcome, Browns. I'm drafting.
That is
over here.
That's good value.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think right here in the 6th round, we got a couple of 6th round picks coming up.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take. We need to continue to build that receiver room.
Yeah.
We got Travis. We do have my guy from who's the receiver they got last year?
Trying to think of it. Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can see him right now.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, sorry.
Yeah. Greatest combine interview of all time.
Yeah, so they got Jerry Jeudy. Travis Hunter's gonna probably be a two-way player, so we might want to spare him a little bit.
Bro, I gotta watch that Eastern player, whoever that is.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
I've heard good things.
He is. Afton Chisholm is good.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. There's some receivers, but I want someone a little different than Travis and Jerry to complement those guys. Let's stretch the field here, man. Let's go Ty Felton.
Yes.
I thought about Ricky White, but Ricky White and Travis Hunter and Jerry Jeudy are kind of all the same.
Back on the clock, Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, back on the board again, sir.
Can we look at edges and corners and safeties? That's obviously what we're gonna.
So
yeah, you haven't picked any edges.
I took James Pierce. Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, you got to edge the first pick. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, that's a good strategy because as you see, the edge rush group thins out significantly after the 2nd round. So
like
it might be smart to just get your edge first, knowing that you'll have a chance to get a safety or a corner or another position later that has more depth. But that edge rush, if you don't get one of the guys early, you may not get one.
Yeah, and I'm a James Pierce. I'm a James Pierce edge 2 guy, so like that's huge value for me and my board.
I used to love bro. 2 seasons ago, I loved James Pierce, and then he came down to earth, and now I'm kind of seeing what he is. He's raw. He needs to work on a counter move.
Yeah,
and he needs to stop relying on being so finesse. A guy of his size, I like to see just be more physical and just just dominate the guy in front of him.
I saw the Elijah and the Miami, and I was like, no way Elijah Arroyo's still here. Like, what are we doing? Oh.
Quarterbacks are very thin.
What about safety? It's still not a terrible group of names.
I like RJ Mickens too. I like Mickens and I like Moore here.
I like Caleb Ransaw actually.
I do too. He's cool.
I think that's who I'm gonna take actually.
He's a little undersized though, but yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
You want Ransaw?
Yeah, that's who I'm gonna take.
All right, Steelers, you up?
Ricky White. He will be the bona fide possible. He can be a punt returner for us. He can probably be a wide receiver free for us if he wants to be.
Metcalf.
We develop wide receivers.
DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Ricky freaking White.
We're gonna have like 5.
George Pickens, DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, and Ricky White. Yep.
I actually like PFF's board. It's kind of fun.
It is.
It's such a different board than everybody else.
Yeah, because that name value kind of drops up, like kind of rises them more on other marks.
So
Kyle McCord should
I'm gonna do a curveball here. We're gonna have a true QB competition.
Yeah,
we got Milroe. We got Milroe. We got
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, and now we're gonna go with Kyle McCord here.
Yeah, man. I mean, Kyle McCord.
That makes sense with the amount of picks you have. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you got 4 6-round picks, get another rookie quarterback, right? Like my whole thing is don't get a bunch of darts, and if you get a bunch of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the room, somebody's got to step forward, right? I mean, you get Kyle McCord, you got Jalen Milroe, you got Kenny Pickett. Okay, roll the ball out and
see who the best is.
Yeah, roll the ball out and see what happens, man.
Can I see
See what
safety?
child's going to swim. Oh no, Coach might undercut my plan.
Kyle McCord in the 6 would be crazy.
Yeah.
Kyle McCord's like the only other quarterback I actually like.
Hey, Matt, can I see safeties?
Yeah, I got you.
Uh-oh.
All right, so
Safeties.
you did a good draft so far. You got Mike Green, Demetrius Knight, Cam Williams, Neas Peoples, and Jarquez Hunter. All right.
Keep going up. Keep going up for me, Matt.
The Kyle Williams one for me isn't even what worries me most. Like Wyatt Milliam was the one I was like so hard to like decide between.
That's it? My guy ain't on there?
Yeah, bro. Everybody getting drafted.
Who are you looking
for? Maxon Hook from Toledo.
I think he got picked.
He got mother sucker.
Yeah.
This is the draft class of the century right here, bro.
Hold on, this is why did the Falcons forfeit their pick? What happened?
They got caught cheating.
Was that for the Kirk deal?
With who?
I think Kirk Cousins.
The Kirk Cousins tampering.
Oh, Kirk Cousins. They was tampering.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. All right, go back up. Scroll up for me, Matt. I think I know who I'm gonna take.
Ooh, Jack Nelson to the Rams. That's a good pick.
Okay, I got you.
What would you say, Coach?
Yeah, I gotta pick it. I need a strong safety.
Yeah, this where it's tough.
So
I think we're all kind of looking at that.
I think I'm gonna take Hancock from Ohio State, safety.
Okay.
So I took Rance on the last round. I was like, I do not want these other options.
You gotta click the safeties now. I think you click it.
Okay.
There he is, Jimmy Horn, just chilling.
Jimmy Horn. I feel like Jimmy Horn's gonna be one of them underrated receivers that you talk about like in a couple of years. Like, he turned into a Pro Bowler.
I just don't feel that. I don't even feel like there's a Pro Bowler in the draft class of wide receiver. I said what I said.
I don't know. You said John Hancock, right, Coach?
Yeah.
You said Hancock?
Yeah, he's a safety. I'm pretty sure he's safety.
Yeah, the OHIO safety. Yeah.
All right, I'm back on the board, and I'm going to go. Let's see. We've got Travis Hunter, Jalen Milroe. We got Dylan Sampson. We got Jonah. We got Olufemi, Ty Felton, Kyle McCord. So right here, I'm gonna go Howard Cross, D lineman from Notre Dame.
Okay. Jordan, you're back on the clock.
Let's go. Let's look at edge one more time.
They're stacking up.
Yeah.
You want to look at what?
Edge one more time.
Gotcha.
Let's see if there's anything interesting. We still have 4 picks, man.
I'm eager to get my pick off because I'm eager to get my pick off so bad.
I'm gonna take Ethan Downs. Edge out of Oklahoma. Ethan Downs.
All right, Ethan Downs.
Then we go again. Yes.
Ravens back on the clock again.
Can you go to running back? He should still be here if I'm right.
Coach, you got a hot pocket, y'all.
I was wrong. I was looking for.
What do you know about Phil Maffa, bro? He's really good.
I like Phil Maffa as well, but I was looking for LeQuint Allen. But he ain't there. LeQuint Allen, one of my guys.
Yeah.
Can you scroll up to the top of the running backs really quick one more time?
Best available, and I feel like it is Sanders. It's gonna be size, but still. Wait.
I actually am going with you on this, Matt. I think Phil Maffa is the guy.
Yeah, I really love Phil Maffa.
Just out of that group. I was hoping for LeQuint Allen.
Dang.
One more time.
Damn, you back again. Okay.
Just scroll down on the top players at this point.
Ravens own the draft.
At this point, just take best player available. At this point,
So, give me Ty Robinson.
okay.
Oh wait, Miles Frazier.
Whoa.
Give me Miles Frazier.
Yeah, you probably do want to take him.
Yeah. We're adding 3 linemen in this draft. We're getting crazy with it.
Hey, listen, you got your future plan though. For when everybody gets older.
Forgot about Miles Frazier. Yeah, Miles Frazier.
I know Jalen Miro, Dylan Sampson, Jonah, Oliver Femi, Ty Felton, Colin McCoy, Howard Cross. So now we're gonna go.
It's actually the first mock draft sim I've done where there's like real players who will be 6th and 7th rounders here.
Yeah. You're not seeing like Quincy Riley all the way to the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Jason Murphy.
Finally, is this my last pick?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, remember that for my last pick? Hey. I'm gonna take Malachi Moore if he is still there. If he is still there.
Safety.
I really hope he is. I've been eager if he's please.
It's interesting how low they have him.
Yeah, if he's still there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malachi Moore.
Okay, we're back.
The Ravens are picking again.
Let's just scroll down in the top players again. At this point, we're just vibing.
Yeah. Best player available are wide receivers and running backs.
Basically, a whole new football team right here. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically just made yourself a Madden team.
Yes, sir. A proud Madden team. Let's scroll down on the available. Yeah. Oh man, he's so interesting, but that's not what I want to do.
Ooh.
You know what?
How is he that low?
Give me Mondin.
That's what I'm saying. How is he so low? He's not that bad.
I think he's lower than people have him, but this is if I use him in the 7th round, I'm gonna use my Mr. Irrelevant pick.
That is good value for him.
Cool.
This is probably my toughest mock draft without trading.
You what, Smile Monday?
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Your final pick.
All right, here we go. My final pick. We got Ty Felton. We got Jalen Milroe, Travis Hunter. Let's see what we do now.
I thought you were saying that was with your last pick. I'm like, hold up, what? I'm like, what mock draft do you see?
Way back.
Donovan.
Why does Raheem Sanders get so much disrespected? Like, I don't get it.
I think because of his size, like people saying he's too big or too slow or something. I don't know.
I said it. I like Donovan Jackson too. That'd be my undrafted.
Xavier Trues.
Yes, Drew's still there. Oh, Seth.
All right.
Look
So
at
here's what we're gonna do. It's the 7th round. We got a bunch of picks. We're gonna take a flyer on the kid. We're gonna take a flyer on the kid and hope everything works out with him. We're gonna take Kyron Lacey.
Oh, nice pick.
Oh, that's a controversial pick again for the Black Browns.
That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. I didn't even see him.
Browns, you're welcome. Browns fans, you're welcome. I cooked for you.
Hi, James Pierce. Welcome to Baltimore Ravens.
I cooked for you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
All right, so Browns, we got
Can you not
Hunter.
sort it by team? That's crazy.
I know, I don't like that. I was looking to see if I could sort it by team, but it won't let me.
That is kind of crazy.
PFF, you gonna make me pay for a service, and you ain't even gonna let me pick my team.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Bird to the Raiders. Bird went high. Raiders. Wow.
That is the most.
Gentie's a Patriot.
That's a Raiders thing. That's actually the most.
Gentie's a Patriot.
The Raiders doing something like that at 6 is the most realistic Raiders thing I've seen.
Yeah,
That's real. That's something the Raiders would definitely.
that is definitely maybe the old Raiders, but yeah, for sure.
No, I'm putting. Pete Carroll's there. I'm not turning my mind off that.
The Cowboys taking Tyler Warren. That's a Cowboys move.
Marion Hampton stand. That's my draft pick for him.
This is so confusing though, because why?
Yeah, I guess we got to go by each tick now.
All right, so let's start. Browns, Travis Hunter.
W.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You get awards? Did you get any awards, Matt?
Yeah, give me an award. I need an award.
That is the weirdest thing. Yeah, they should have done. They should have just removed the awards and give us our team so we can see which one we picked.
No, but you got to get achievements. You got to unlock achievements for being good at the mock draft. By standards.
Yeah, one achievement's going to be Mel Kiper Award.
All right, so
who the heck is that guy?
Travis Hunter to the Browns at pick 2. What letter grade did you guys give it?
A.
To me, it's B+. I think there's an argument that you could get a quarterback, and I think if you don't make that argument, I'd take the best player. But a B+ is still solid because he's still a great player.
Yeah. I mean, I say A player, B pick.
Okay. All right. Then we got the Bengals taking Mike Green. What letter grade do we give it?
Hey, just because I see it happening, it bums me out every day.
I give it a B. I mean, you're adding to the line, but you have a lot more things you got to do with your line still.
Bengals getting a player with character concerns and they have a better combination.
Yeah.
I know the Steelers.
Steelers, Kenneth Grant. I give this a C because I felt like you should have took the quarterback, but yeah.
I think for me, I think it's an A because it helps get our replacement for Cam Hayward when he retires.
And what do you make of the successor to? What do you make of the TJ Watt Instagram post?
Watt just wants his money. Watt's not a dramatic player to make that type of controversial claim to be like, "Oh, I'm leaving" or "I'm retiring." If he would have retired, he would have came out with a statement. So I just think he just wants to be paid like how he was last season. Well, last contract extension. I don't see anything that big coming from it.
All right, then we have the Ravens with James Pierce. What do we give that?
I give it a
B.
I have to give it a B because
I couldn't pick Malachi Starks, man.
I know.
I feel like there was a little better, better position you could have gotten, but I could.
I would have taken instead of him, I would have taken probably I'd have probably taken either. I would rather wait on the safety. I'm starting to feel like, even though I think the pick is Malachi Starks, I would rather. I'm starting to feel like I would rather wait on safety because safety is pretty deep.
Yeah.
And so the pass rusher doesn't bother me. But I probably would have. I probably would have taken Derek Harmon instead.
Me in the second round, I probably would have traded with Buffalo to try to get a second round pick to get a better value player at that pick.
Yeah, I probably would have taken Derek Harmon just because he's a pass rusher. They can line up on the edge or line up in the middle. I think he gives you more impact.
I'm not.
Luther Burden would have been in that question too. I like.
Also, I think that kind of. Yeah, I also think that kind of makes my pick at 21 more manageable because I feel like because I wasn't trading back, I feel like I just wanted the best player for what our best need was. I know we needed a quarterback, but I feel like our D line, us stopping the run because you saw how your precious Keen Henry went all over my defense.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Derek Harmon guy. That's honestly one of my unpopular takes.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I like Derek Harmon though. I think he reminds me a lot of Chris Jones. I think if he develops right in the right system, I think he'd be a.
He's a big Matt. He's like a jack of all trades, but a master of none to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like I think he's really solid at almost everything, but like I'm shooting for the upside. I want to try to get the all-pro player. I think he's a high-end starter.
I think. See, that's the thing. That's the upside is what scares me about James Pierce. Is that right now he's all upside, right?
Yeah.
Like the floor is low, but the ceiling's high. But the problem is we've seen
he's more bust.
We've seen with the Ravens here that players that are talented but raw usually don't really fully reach their ceiling here in Baltimore, and because of that,
see that
makes me nervous.
That comes from my thought process of I don't think he's that raw. I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for. But like I said, he's my edge too.
I think he's better than Owe for sure. I just don't think he is like ready-made. Like there's a chance he doesn't actually reach his potential, and then he's basically a miss, right? And so I'd rather have the guy with the high floor that I know, like even if he doesn't reach his full potential, he'll still be a really good player starting in the league for years. James Pierce is like a thing where it's like I get it because years ago, like he would have been the top 15 pick, top 10 pick. He was that talented, but then teams have adjusted to him, and he hasn't adjusted back. All right, Jalen Milroe to the Browns at 33.
I hate to do it.
I have to say B minus. Actually, no. C. I have to do C.
I have to do it to you because I like it. Like I understand the thought process, but I hate the idea of Jalen Milroe going in the second round so much that it gets a B for me just because I don't think Jalen Milroe is a second round player. But I totally understand the logic.
Right. You know how I feel about Milroe. But I made this pick because I feel like this is something they can actually and probably really will do. Even though I think he's raw and he needs to develop. But again, right now all you have is Kenny Pickett on your roster. So
that's why I give this a C because I don't think Jim was very good, very talented as a mobile quarterback. It's just you're putting him basically in a QB1 battle with Kenny Pickett, and his upside is probably going to win him that starting position. But I feel like if you throw him out there immediately, it's going to very badly diminish his development. That's why I feel like in the scenario, it's a C for me. If they trade for a Kirk Cousins or sign back a Joe Flacco and have a veteran starting over him, I will definitely bump this up to A or B. But because they do have good development, as you see for Baker. But if you're just having him go against Kenny Pickett in the quarterback battle in training camp, this is a C for me.
See, I'm gonna say it. It'll be unpopular because we're gonna go to your next pick eventually. Kyle McCord, that's an A++. To me, and I don't like either in this draft or any point in view. But I'd rather have Kyle McCord in the second than Jalen Monroe in the second.
Yeah.
Kyle had an awful year 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and then had a really good year last year. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen good and bad from both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so then we have the Bengals taking Demetrius Knight Jr., linebacker from South Carolina.
I like Demetrius.
I give it a
This
B.
is a B for me because I'm not really familiar with his game, but I've heard of him. And I've heard his upside is very good at linebacker.
They could Mike McDonald
What
get
if-
Xavier Watts.
See, I look at it and it's a B just because Donovan Jackson's 2 picks below it.
Yeah, and also I feel like he could have got better D linemen. I feel like he could have stacked on D linemen.
And the Bengals
In
never
a
had
way.
an offensive line. They released Alex Kappa. Like, I'd do something there.
Benjamin
Moore.
the Ravens.
I have to give this an A plus.
I give it an A+ as well.
Man, that
Put him next to
You get a ball hawking corner at 59.
yeah.
You put him on the other side of Nate Wiggins with Marlowe in the slot, and you still have
Yep.
Kappa, who can come
Yeah,
in
but yeah.
corner in dime packages. I think you cooking.
Thank you.
And then this makes up for not getting the safety.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I like it.
And I would have liked the safety, but just all in weird spots for me.
Browns 3rd round, Dylan Sampson.
B minus.
I like it a lot. I think it's a B plus. I mean, it might be an A minus, honestly. The Browns running back core is so bad.
Yeah, they don't have anybody right now.
Yeah, yes. I just feel like you could have filled out more positions. Maybe another an old lineman.
Well, they got so many picks.
Or you got so many picks, but I mean, I feel like you could have got an upside, or maybe
I got
you could address wide receiver here.
I got Jonah Salavea, and then having Travis Hunter kind of allowed me to be patient.
Yeah. I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
See, I'm not counting them out taking a running back where you took Jalen Monroe.
Yeah.
I think running back's a huge need for the Browns that nobody's talking about. But the Browns have
I do too, but this is a deep running back class, and because of that, you can be patient.
That's fair. Like you
can be patient. They could have gotten. We could have gotten. Like a Dylan Sampson in the 3rd round was great value.
Yeah, like it would have to take like an Amarion Hampton Folly.
Yeah. Kyle Williams, pick 91, the Ravens.
Wait, you skipped over everybody.
Oh, did I did? Oh, sorry, Jacob.
Yeah, you skipped over him. You skipped over Bengals and me.
Oh, sorry, Cam Williams to the Bengals.
A plus. You need to get Joe Burrow help, and also he is a great tackle. I mean, getting Joe Burrow help is an A plus automatically, but Cameron Williams is also a great tackle, so that is an A plus.
Yeah. To me, it's a little high to give an A plus, just because I think if it's an A plus, it has to be like a steal, but it's an A for sure.
Yes.
I just say like getting the offensive line help for Joe Burrow when he was struggling behind that line is always an A plus in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the need for it and the value at the talent is like a combined of an A plus.
Yes, sir.
Jacob Parrish corner to the Steelers.
That's a bit of a reach to me, but I don't understand because the corner market was like low at this point.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, he would be okay. So we have Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, Beanie Bishop. We need that number 2, and I feel like he's a guy who can be that outside guy, but also can play a little bit in the slot. And even Beanie Bishop, we can have rotations of him playing outside, Beanie Bishop playing the slot, and we just need a number 2 to complement Joey Porter, even with Darius Slay, and having Darius Slay to mentor Jacob Parrish. I feel like taking a reach on Jacob is actually kind of good. What I would have done, like I said, this is me without the whole trade back scenario, because I would have took someone at corner higher in the 2nd round. So that's my reason behind this pick.
I would have traded back with this next pick, man. We're not Kyle Williams.
Yeah, but after the first pick, it all went downhill. I wasn't gonna bother.
All right, Kyle Williams at 91.
It's a B to me.
Just getting B to B. You get a wide receiver for Lamar Jackson. Could be a complimentary 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He'll
be there after D Hop is
just getting Lamar weapons is a good thing.
Yeah,
it was between him. It was between him and Makuba for me.
Yeah. I was taking Makuba probably, but still love Kyle Williams. Jalen Royals would have been my pick though if I had to choose between these two. Jalen Royals went the very next pick to Seattle.
Yeah.
But I would have taken Jalen, but only because I feel like he's a little bit more like he's a little bit more well-rounded as the receiver. Kyle, I love Kyle though. Like if Kyle Williams ends up on the Ravens, I'm gonna be ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, we got Jonah Salvanea.
That's an A-.
A plus. A minus.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, A minus. Yeah. Yeah. He could be the what's his name? Wilkes on the line of the Browns, who I don't know if he's still on the Browns, but replacing him, having a better left tackle. Yeah, that's an A minus.
And that run game will look different too. You get Jonah and Dylan Sampson in there.
Yeah.
And then you have protecting Chandler Merrill too.
Yeah. And they already have a good offensive line, so they had another guy.
Yeah, and good coaches at that. And the value was just great.
Random question, Matt. You think Caleb Johnson, the third running back off the board?
Caleb Johnson?
The third? No, I think Trevion Henderson will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you leaning either Ohio State or him. And it wouldn't shock me either way.
Sevion Williams to the Raiders feels such like a Raiders pick.
Yeah.
Classic Raiders.
That's just classic.
This fourth round really killed me. I was going in a whole different direction.
Yeah, me too. I feel you.
All right, Browns, Olufemi Oladejo.
I'll give it just a solid. I'll give it a C. You're helping the edge. You're putting someone behind or next to Myles Garrett. It helps in its depth or possible starter. That's a good pick. I'll say C.
It's a little higher for me. It's like a B minus. I like the player a lot. There was another edge on the board. I don't remember who it was. I was like, dang, Matt didn't pick him, but I think it was literally just for you to be different because you probably pick him a lot.
It was David Walker.
Yeah, it's David Walker.
Yeah.
Which, like, I can't blame it, but I would have taken David Walker, so that's why it's B minus for me. But that being said, like, it's still a good player.
Yeah, I like Olufemi.
Yeah.
All right. Then we go down to the Bengals. Aeneas Peoples.
A plus.
I know you love it.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
That's my guy, man.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we saw the tape. We don't gotta say much.
Who took Baron Sorrell for me, you damn assholes? I was gonna double edge. I had a plan.
I know you did. All right, so then we got Steelers, Will Howard.
I'll go ahead. I'll give you this a D.
See, I don't know if I could go a D because your other choice.
Because at this pick, he's not going to be the starter of the franchise. We're just getting the chess piece for next year.
I like Will Howard though. Like I'm gonna give this a C because I actually like Will Howard and I think he's sneaky good. And I think if you surround him with talent, you see what he just did. He won a national championship. I think if you surround him with talent, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, you get a good running back behind him, a good offensive line in front of him, a good defense. Will Howard can win you games.
Now, I'm gonna do a what if we don't sign Aaron Rodgers and he is a battling with Mason Rudolph. I will bump this up to a C. For me.
For me, I'm a hater on the Will Howard hive. I'm not like a hater necessarily towards Will Howard, but I've always been calling him Dylan Gabriel with swag. I think if Kyle McCord's there, that's what makes it a C- to me. Just because Kyle McCord is still there. But I don't hate it. He's shooting his shot,
Yeah, I mean,
out in the dark when he can.
I just feel like I feel like he's more not NFL ready, but more battle tested QB because he's not for for the workload.
All right, then we got Chase Lunt to the Ravens.
Bit of a reach.
Yeah, a bit of rich, yeah. Yeah.
I like Chase Lunt.
How
I'll
do
give
you
it a B. We're talking about 4th round pick.
Oh, it's one. Oh, I was wondering.
I took another
Simeon Bro Jr.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm giving Simeon Burrow an A. You know how I feel about Simeon Burrow. That dude, you basically just drafted Warren Sapp.
Hey, Simeon Barrow, James Pierce, gonna unite.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
University of Miami, baby.
That'll be fun.
Then we got
we in round 5 now.
Yeah. All right. Cincinnati Bengals, Jarquez Hunter, running back, Auburn.
That's a B+.
Yeah.
I like Jarquez Hunter. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers, Ollie Gordon.
And right above that, that's an F. Right above the Steelers, Ollie Gordon.
I'm actually gonna go B.
I like this late. Ollie Gordon is a steal. I think Ollie Gordon just 2 seasons ago was the best running back in college football.
I think you're being too mean to yourself there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think it had a lot to do with Oklahoma State as a team. But Ollie Gordon just 2 seasons ago was like a potential top 5 pick. Like he was in the spot where Genty was.
Mm-hmm.
He was like
this could be a sneaky pick.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. All right, then we go to.
I was thinking about going Ollie Gordon later.
Emory Jones.
Look at the Eagles picks and Buffalo picks. Oh my goodness.
He's just the perfect fit for me for the Ravens.
Yeah, I love Emory Jones. Perfect.
I know I double dipped a tackle, but when you have Emory Jones in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah. All right, Cleveland Browns, Ty Felton, 6th round.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a A- pick. That's just me saying the minus because I'm not a wide receiver guy in this draft class once again.
All right. Ravens, Caleb Ransaw.
I like Ransaw a lot. Still like a B-.
In the 6th round, I mean, good pick. Ricky White to the Steelers in the 6th round. This is a steal.
Yeah.
This is This is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like the Steelers do it again. They keep finding these goddamn receivers.
You know what's funny? Guess who was the 6th rounder in Chargers to a great wide receiver? Antonio Brown.
You all know this.
He just mentioned how he was like it.
Ricky White.
All they do is find receivers.
Ricky White and Ollie Gordon back to back at day 3 would piss me off so much.
Oh yeah, it would piss me off. You're like, these guys, Ricky White and Ollie Gordon, bro. Oh my god, that offense is about to be insane. You got Jalen Warren and Ollie Gordon, and then you got Ricky White is the 3rd receiver.
And possibly Will Howard behind. Possibly Will Howard at quarterback.
You got You got Ricky White as the 3rd receiver behind George Pickens and DK Metcalf. Like, what are we doing? Whew, that would piss me off. All right. Then we Cleveland Browns, Kyle McCord.
A++++. Kyle McCord should not be.
He'll be battling the team.
Yeah. Kyle McCord will probably play better and sooner than their 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
All right. Then right next to it, right under that, Bengals, Jordan Hancock.
See, this is the direct result of Caleb got taken. There was like barely any safeties left, except for Malachi Moore. B- though, it's still a solid safety.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah.
6th round. I mean, you can't be that bad in the 6th round.
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland Browns, Howard Cross. That was a steal.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's an A- for me.
Actually, was projected like a third-round pick last season.
Yeah, I did not even see him on this entire draft board. And then when you took him, I was like, oh.
Right.
Okay.
All right, then we got Ravens, Ethan Downs.
I like Ethan Downs, man.
Me too. Ethan Downs good.
But that's supposed to be Baron Sorrell in that spot.
Jordan James is a running back I would like for the Ravens. He reminds me of Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
But he went run pick before you. So
There's my guy with Clint Howard, 2 picks ahead of me, bro.
Bill Mafai to the Ravens. I love this pick, actually. Mafai is a really good back.
Oh my god, bro. Quentin Allen, 2 picks ahead of me. Disrespectful.
And then I like LaQuint. I like LaQuint Allen. The only problem is he runs too up high.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like a wide receiver playing running back, but
he got a little fumbling too.
Yeah. I like Phil Mafai though. He nice, bro.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like CJ Spiller, a little bit of ETN.
A little nice consolation prize.
Huh?
That's that little nice consolation prize.
Yeah. You got Miles Frazier to the Ravens at 212. Jason Marshall to the Browns at 216. Then we got
Malachi Moore, freaking crazy.
Malachi
A
Moore,
plus.
a great pick.
Katon Crawford, I like him too.
The Ravens closing out with Smile London, great pick. And then the Browns closing out with Kyron Lacey.
The most controversial.
Kyron Lacey is listen, he has the potential to be the steal of the draft if he can get past his legal issues.
Yeah.
He gets past his legal issues. This right here is the perfect spot to take him. 7th round, you got a bunch of picks, a shot in the dark, see what happens. If he hits, now Kyron Lacey is a legit receiver.
Legal issues in the Cleveland.
I can actually see someone doing this because they don't want to take a chance on him being an unrestricted, undrafted free agent. I can see this happening.
Wait, legal issues in the Cleveland Browns? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Controversy in the Cleveland Browns.
All right, good mocks.
Yeah, it was a good mock.
If I had to rank everyone's, I would have to say it's between Ravens and Browns, Bengals, and then I'll say Pittsburgh's last because not that many picks. Could have got better value. In my opinion.
I think it was a good draft for the FC North.
It was, and it's always that way. And I anticipate this happening in real life, where it's going to be a good draft.
Yeah, I mean Cleveland might make some hiccups.
Yeah.
This is the guy Chisholm. We wanted to check out Chisholm from Washington State. Eastern Washington. You gotta love a receiver that don't wear gloves, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does have a gloves. It just blends in.
Hit him with the Lamar Jackson quote like that.
Oh shit!
This is some prime Eastern Washington right here. Fun fact about
that's your alumni.
No, I'm a WSU guy. But fun fact: this is the school in my hometown. Well, it's like right next to the city I grew up in. They're like a 12-minute drive from each other.
That Redfield is disgusting.
When I was a kid, they told us that we were going to go play on the Red Tundra, and they made this huge deal about it in high school, like how big of an honor it is to play on that Red Tundra. My colorblind ass had no clue what they were talking about the entire year, and then I eventually figured out that they have a red field. So what
did it appear as?
It's just gray. It's like every football field.
Wow. You're like, what's so special about this? It's like, you don't see it?
Literally, I'm sitting there, they're like, it's the Red Tundra. I'm like, oh, okay.
Probably one in there. You lied to me. It's not red.
Eastern got some nice jerseys, by the way. They got a cool logo, too. Eastern Washington, honestly, kind of cooks. My earliest football memory of all time is watching Tywan Jones and thinking he was going to be a star. That's my earliest college football memory, is watching Tywan Jones as a kid and thinking, wow, that's going to be great.
Wasn't Cooper Kupp an Eastern Washington player?
Yes, sir. Cooper Kupp was an Eastern Washington player.
What do you think?
What's his name? Man?
What do y'all think this kid ends up? You don't think he ends up with the Rams? Like
He gives that type of vibe. Now that I say that, because I said Cooper Kupp's like an Eastern Washington, blah blah. He gives actually.
He's tough.
His determination is a lot different. Good.
It'll blow my mind forever that there's one good prospect out of Eastern Washington every 5 years, and the Seahawks never talk to them.
Right.
But they'll sign them like years later.
Yeah. There's another guy from Eastern Washington in the league who's really good. What's his name? Eastern Washington. It's that dude with that really hard name to pronounce. Oh, Kendrick Bourne's from there too, but that's not who I was thinking of.
I don't know why.
Samson.
He kind of reminds me of Jalen. He kind of reminds me of Jalen Hyatt. I don't know why.
Samson Ubacom. That's who I was thinking of.
It's not the speed wise.
All right. Well, fellas, thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, thank you for popping in, man. I appreciate y'all, and we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Yes, sir. If I'm not working,
thank you.
I'll be here Sunday through Tuesdays. Have a good night.